Yeah. So
Is
Arvind,
the screen visible?
yes, the screen is visible. So one catch in the platform is that you will not be able to share full screen because then you will not be able to see
Hmm.
the participants. So what you can do
Yes,
is
yes, yes.
you can just minimize the thumbnail part of the presentation on the left. You
Mhm.
can just pull that a little bit to the left so that it becomes smaller and the main screen becomes larger. Yeah,
Oh,
this
okay.
part you can just make it smaller by dragging it to
Okay,
the
I
left.
small. Okay, I make it smaller. I hope it doesn't become too small. And then I put it on full screen.
No, you'll not be able to share full
Okay,
screen. That is
not be able to share
small.
full screen. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No.
Just like make it a little bigger. Just like make it a little bigger. And then I can make it smaller. Uh, okay, okay. So yeah, so just give me a couple of minutes. I'll be ready. Yeah.
Sure, no problem. Till then, participants, welcome to the day 10. Uh, I mean, I don't want to say that this is the end of the program. Let's just say that it is you know, just a culmination of a very fruitful journey with a very engaging set of participants. As me, Babita, and Denise were discussing, we did not know how 2 weeks went by. And I hope that you guys can join us in more such iTech workshops so that you can see each other's faces. And probably you can visit us in the campus for some offline workshops as well. So you can meet each other in person. You are always welcome. So we won't start the day by saying it's the end. You can just say it's a new beginning. You are a part of the Amity family now. You know most of us in the team. And we can just say it's just the end of this workshop. We'll have many more, hopefully. And just on the workshop note, taking your team from good to great, uh, we started with a model. Vani from my team just explained the model which we based the workshop on. Uh, According to our research, according to our team, we came up with 5 essentials of a high performing team. Number one being direction. A good direction is the foremost important thing, when you start thinking about a high performing team. Second being interaction. Of course, in a team, you are going to interact with different types of people. You will yourself have a certain kind of personality, a sensibility, and it will not always match with the people in your team. So to bring them together and to talk to them in a certain manner that it can create a constructive participation and all of you can go towards a common goal. Third is impact. We have to positively impact each team member. Methods to do that we learn through coaching, mentoring, and nurturing solutions. We can help our team members and we can help our organization make an impact. The fourth one being process. When we think about impact, interaction, direction, all these things are not possible if you are not, through with a strategic process on how you would like to achieve these goals and make each in the team own the part that they play. So, delegation and delegating effectively is a session which helped us learn that. The fifth and foremost important thing was renewal. Uh, on each part, every time that someone starts slacking or you feel that someone is getting left behind, as a good leader, as a good manager, it is, I won't say essential, but ideal for you to encourage each team member to connect with themselves and recognize their innate potential. Uh, with all these essentials combined, You can definitely take your team from good to great. Uh, Towards the end, we will learn about another essential of a high performing team, which is innovation. Our coach for the day, who you met yesterday, Mr. Arvind Deshmukh, will be taking you through the session today. Innovation in a team, developing innovation in a team. That's the topic for the day. For the program today, I will briefly tell you what the day would look like. We will start with a session on developing innovation for your team. Post that, we will be having a small team building session. All of you have been seeing each other's faces all through the program, and you have been interacting in between with each other. But let's have a proper conversation just to connect with each other, and post the workshop if you want to build these connects and you want to continue, you can keep doing that. Around 2:45 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time, we will be starting with the formal valedictory. So that's how the day looks like. Over to you, Arvind. If you are settled down and okay to
Okay.
start, we can begin.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So once again, a very good morning and like a very good afternoon, very good evening in whichever part of the world you are in. Yeah, so I am again very excited to be a part of this very, very enthusiastic group. I had a lot of fun yesterday and I hope you had fun as well. Yeah, and we got to know each other, we became friends, we discussed some of these amazing concepts, and today we are going to be embarking on this journey of innovation. So innovation is again a very interesting concept. We hear about innovation every now and then. So today we are going to be understanding innovation from an organizational perspective. So basically how we can build innovation in the organization. So what are the different techniques, what are the different tactics, what are the different strategies that we need to deploy in order to build innovative culture in our organization. So are we all excited?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, we
Okay.
are.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm also very excited because when it comes to innovation, I mean, I get supercharged, I get super pumped. So, yeah, so that's innovation. Okay, to set the context right, like we'll be together for an hour or so and we'll be discussing a few things on innovation, that why innovation is necessary and what stands in the way of innovation, how we can go about building innovation, what are the different ways in which we can go about building an innovative team and imbibing that innovative culture in our organization. Okay, so yeah, to set the context right, set the context right, uh, I just wanted to ask you a question, like a small question, that what, according to you, is innovation? So when I say the word innovation and we hear this word innovation all over the place, what comes to our mind? What is our perception about innovation?
New, improving on the new ways of doing things.
Right, right, right. Yeah, new way of doing things. Definitely. Like innovation stems from the word new. So innovation. So innovation stems from the word new. So definitely like new way of doing things. So maybe we can do something. I mean, maybe like if even like there was a practice in the past and we are bringing it back in a new way, it is innovation. Okay, so thank you very much for that. What else comes to your mind when we talk about innovation?
Adding value to what already exists in terms of
Exactly.
innovate.
Exactly. Innovation is all about value creation. So, and that is actually a very good point because there are three aspects of innovation. One is a discovery, one is an invention, and one is innovation. So, basically, if we are coming up with an invention, we are coming up with a discovery, we're doing something new, we have a great idea. However, that idea is still in our head. That idea is not implemented. Do you think that idea is worth? If the idea is only in our head, it does not come out of our head. Is that idea any worth? That idea is not like that is worthless
No,
because it is still unless and
worthless.
until that
Yes.
idea is exactly. So unless and until like we bring that idea outside our head and we implement that idea, then only like the idea's worth comes into the picture. We start seeing the value of that idea, right? And that is where like we are innovating. So innovation basically Yeah, so innovation has got these three aspects, and thank you very much for making those points. So innovation has got three aspects. Like the first is newness. So something fresh, something new, something different. So even though like we are using an older concept, something we are older using an older way, but we're doing it in a new style. We're doing it in a fresh way. We are adding a fresh perspective to it. So there is an element of newness. So, an innovation, is it restricted to only products and services, or innovation can happen anywhere in an organization? What do you think? When we say like new things, innovation, so is it only limited to like new products or new services, or it can be
No, 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 no.
right, right,
You
right?
can innovate. You can bring innovation in an existing project. You
Yes.
you you improve it. You improve the
By adding
quality.
value. Yes.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, so we don't have to bring in an entirely new product or an entirely new service. We can use an existing product, an existing service, and we can add value. In addition to a service or a product, we can use like we can bring innovation in a process. We can bring innovation in a methodology. We can bring innovation in culture. We can bring innovation in communication. We can bring innovation in just about everything, and that is the power of innovation. Yeah, so innovation is about new. And then okay, and then we were discussing an idea, we were discussing about the idea that if the idea is in the head, like it is worthless. When the idea is implemented, then idea starts getting value. But unless and until that idea is adopted by the members of the organization, that idea which comes in the form of a product or a service is adopted by the people who are going to be using it, then only that the value of that idea is seen. How many of you agree with me with that? Unless and until like people adopt the idea, people accept the idea, then only people start seeing the value of the idea. If people don't adopt, that means like people have not been able to see the value of the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So the
Yes.
second aspect of innovation is, so the second aspect of innovation is adoption, that people have to adopt the idea. People have to accept the idea. People have to start using it, and people have to start seeing the value. So what the first perspective, we are bringing something new, we are bringing something fresh, we are doing something in a new way. The second is that people have to adopt that idea. And the third is that when people adopt that idea, they start using the idea, they start like working on an innovation, then they start seeing the value. So newness, adoption, value. So if it is an idea in a product, if it is like a new product innovation, they start seeing better product value. If it is a service innovation, they start seeing service value. So basically these three components: newness, adoption, value. Newness, adoption, value. When we are able to get these three things, one, two, three, in an organization, our organization starts innovating. Right. So so let us move forward. So let us move forward. Um, okay. Now let me ask you a simple question that we are trying to innovate. Now we all want to be innovative organizations, and this is something that I will take it for granted because yesterday we were discussing agility. Agility was all about change. Agility was all about flexibility, and almost all of you, we were all on the same page that like agility is necessary for an organization. Change is necessary for an organization. If we are not changing, we are doomed. So if we have to innovate, let's say like let's take a scenario like if we are able to, if we want to innovate in our organization, however we are not being able to innovate, so what is standing in the way? I mean, what stands in the way of innovation if we want to innovate but we are not able to innovate?
Resistance.
Resistance, exactly. So like there is mental block, and these factors are very similar to that of change as well. I mean, when we want to implement change, so basically there's this mental block. We are settled in a comfort zone. We don't want to innovate because we don't want change, resistance to change. So that's a very important point. Thank you very much for mentioning that. What else comes to our mind? What stands in the way of innovation? Let's assume the fact that okay, we are very enthusiastic about change, like we love change, we want to implement change, our top leadership is all about making changes, making the organization better, but still we are not able to innovate. So what might be happening
Also,
here?
fear and the creativeness.
Creativity. Okay. Exactly. Thank you, and thank you very much for mentioning that. Creativity is another factor. So we are, yeah. So what we're doing here is that we are super excited about innovating. We are super excited about change. However, we are not wearing a creative shoes. And since we are not wearing a creative shoes, we are not able to change. We are not able to innovate. Okay. What else comes?
Means we don't have the means.
We don't have the means, we don't have the resources. Exactly. We don't have the means, we don't have the resources, we don't have the knowledge to innovate. So we have creativity, like we have ideas, but how to put those ideas into practice, we don't have the means for that. Again, thank you very much for mentioning that. I mean, this is a lovely conversation. Yeah, what else can we think about?
Lack of shared vision, the purpose.
Thank you very much, Denise, for mentioning that. There is a lack of shared vision. So, like, I have an idea, I have a vision, but I am not sharing that vision with you. You don't share that vision with me. So, like, there is no common goal. So, when there is no common goal, innovation becomes very difficult because we don't understand that what are going to be our priorities. Because unless and until we understand what our priorities are, we will not be able to innovate. Yeah. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for mentioning those points. And we have compiled some of those points for you. So some of the reasons why we are not able to innovate are the following. So the first, so the first reason is unclear priorities. So we don't have a shared vision, we don't have a shared goal, we don't have a shared objective. People across the organizations have different priorities. So when we don't have like a common identity, we don't have a common priority, we don't innovate. So one of the first reasons is lack of a shared vision, unclear priorities. The second is we get fixated on one idea. How many of you think that this is a roadblock to innovation? This is a bottleneck to innovation, that we get fixated on one idea. We don't look at options. How many of you feel that this can be a problem? That like we get fixated on one idea, that okay, this is one idea that I want to pursue, and this is the only thing I want to do, this is the only way I want to do the things. So I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to look the other way when it comes to doing the things differently.
Well, it might be a problem because you are constantly fixed, or you have a fixed mindset. You are preventing yourself moving on a growth mindset. So definitely it will be an issue.
Absolutely. Thank you, Denise, for mentioning that. And that is again one of the bottlenecks of innovation, that we get so fixated about an idea, that we get so crazy, so emotional about an idea, about a product, about a process, about a project, that even if it is not reaping results, we still want to hold on to it. And that is one of the reasons why our innovation doesn't happen, because we don't want to look the things in a broader light. We don't want to put a creative hats on. We don't want to think out of the box because we are just fixated on that one silly idea that is not working. So that is another reason why we are not able to innovate. The third is strengths. Do you think that we'll be able to innovate better when we use our strengths or when we work on our weaknesses? Now, this is a slightly, I mean, I'll not say controversial, but this is like, like this brings in multiple perspectives. So, what do you think about it? I mean, do we innovate when we use our strengths, or do you think we innovate when we work on our weaknesses or areas of improvement? Right, both, right? Okay, okay. So
It's both.
basically, yeah. So basically, like, like this is like a double-edged sword. So what happens is that when we have to innovate, we have to use our strengths. For instance, like my strength is communication. So if I'm using my strength in the innovation process, it helps me in innovating. However, like let's say like my weakness is analytical ability, like I'm not a very good analyst. So that actually pulls me down. So it is very important that we use our strengths, because sometimes, like, it takes a long time to recover from our weaknesses, but it takes like relatively lesser time to work on our strengths, because strengths is something that is inherent to us, and strengths is something that we enjoy doing. So yeah, so if we use our strengths in fostering innovation, and we identify the strengths of our team members, the different kind of strengths of our team members, and push them again to use their strengths for innovation, that actually helps us innovate and create an innovative culture in the organization. Okay, then like we have this search for proof rather than desire to act. So when I say search for proof rather than desire to act, what comes to your mind? Search for proof rather than desire for act. What comes to your mind? Think about it. Let's take a minute to think about it. So we are looking for a proof, we are looking for an evidence instead of acting. We are looking for an evidence. Okay, unless and until I know perfectly that this is going to work, I will not do it. I need some kind of an
Yeah,
evidence before.
the
Yes.
element of risk is there, and the
Mm-hmm.
team members are asking you to show it, to convince them, to show them that it's going to be successful, because there is always an element of risk in innovation.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And you actually hit the nail, because there is definitely an element of risk in innovation. Without risk, innovation will not happen. Innovation is not a cakewalk. Right? Innovation involves some amount of risk, some amounts of uncertainty, some amount of unknownness. So unless and until we are comfortable with uncertainty, unless and until we are comfortable with risk, we will not be able to innovate. And the only way out to combat that uncertainty is that we act rather than just keep looking for the evidence. So basically, we should have a bias for action, a bias for action. And in fact, like some of the most innovative organizations have this core value, which is the bias for action. So what stands in the way is that we don't want to act. We just want to keep looking at the uh, we don't want we just keep want to looking at the evidence. So yeah, so we don't have this bias for action. And then is the team functioning. So how many of you feel that to build a strong innovative culture in the organization, a good team is necessary? We need to have a solid team in place. If we have a good team, we'll be able to build that culture. If we have a slow team, like we have a team of laggards, they'll pull us down. So how many of you feel a good team is necessary? Or how many of you feel that, if I'm innovative in the team, like I'll be able to push innovation? Do you think innovation is teamwork, or do you think innovation is an individual activity?
It is definitely a
And
teamwork.
it's a teamwork, and also everyone wants to have such a great team, but it is necessary to effort to make all the arrangements and to have a culture that, like you said, in order to have it. This is the result of, but normally we want everything from the first, and we have to make efforts to get them. So thank you.
Exactly, exactly. Thank you, Cecilia, for making that point that everyone wants to innovate, but we need to develop that culture. We need to make an effort. So, as a team leader, as somebody who has been in an organization for a while, as a responsible team member, it becomes my responsibility to foster this feeling of making an effort. So, basically, when the team works towards innovation, the organizational goals of innovation are reached. When only one person is innovating and the other people are not innovating, or other people are not acceptable of the new ways of doing things or the new ways of innovation, then the things don't work. So it's very important that the team has to get together and innovate in order to build this strong organizational innovative culture. And then finally, the final point here is low self confidence, low self belief. If I don't believe in myself that I'll be able to innovate, I will not innovate. If I believe in myself that I can innovate, I can be that anchor of change, I can be that agent of change, I'll be able to innovate. I'm that element of newness, right? So So low self-belief is another barrier in the way of innovation. So these are some of the barriers, these are some of the bottlenecks which come in the way of creating an organizational culture. Like we have unclear priorities, we are always fixated on one idea, we don't want to move ahead and look into different directions, we are not using our strengths, we are always looking for some kind of an evidence, but we don't want to act, we don't have a good team in place which is innovative, and we have low level of self-confidence. So those are some of the bottlenecks in creating this strong, vibrant, innovative culture in the organization. Okay. Okay, so now the first thing is that how we can fix this, how we can go about building a strong innovative culture in the organization. So can you think of a few global organizations which are very strongly innovative? Can we think of some organizations? Darlene, you look different today. I mean, from yesterday, you look different.
Uh, we have our Christmas party today. That's why.
Oh, Christmas party. Yeah, we're all getting ready for the
Yes,
Christmas. Yeah, we are all ready,
yes.
getting ready for the party. Of course, of course, of course. Yeah. So I was there. You're looking different today. Yeah, from yesterday. Maybe it's the
People
beginning
are
of the day.
ready.
Okay. Yeah. So coming back to it, that so what, like, can you think of a few organizations, some global organizations or some countries or some government organizations per se, like who have imbibed this culture of innovation in their organizations? Can you think of someone, like, some global organizations that all of us can relate to, who are highly innovative? Since like we are from
Google,
different. Hmm?
Google.
Absolutely. Google.
Huawei.
So
Huawei.
Oh, which one? I could not get it.
Huawei.
Oh, Huawei, of course, Huawei. Yeah, Huawei. Yeah.
Samsung,
So
Samsung.
Samsung, Google, Huawei, Samsung,
Apple.
Apple. Like the apple comes from the tree, and there comes the gravitational force. The apple comes from the computer, and there comes tick, 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 tick. Wow, Apple. So yeah, so these are some of the organizations which are very innovative. General Electric, GE, it's a very innovative organization. So basically, what these organizations have done is they have built that culture of innovation in their organization. So basically their processes are very sleek, very nimble, right? They are very agile companies. They are always open to learning. They have like a very strong commitment to learning new things, experiment new things, where they are very open to failure. And most importantly, these organizations have their priorities right. So the first step in building a strong organizational culture is getting our priorities right. Now let us ask ourselves this question, that how many of your organization's members, like whichever organization that we are working with government, we are working with an NGO, we are working in private organizations, wherever we are working in, how many of our organization's members would be able to name the strategic priorities of the organization? So right from the frontline workers, the people who are working at the grassroots level, to the people who are in the top management, how many of us we will be able to name our strategic priorities?
Mm,
Think about the organization that we work in. So how many of us like know what are the strategic priorities of the organization? What is the mission? What is the goal? What are the objectives? What is the organization trying to achieve? So let us take a moment.
Well,
Let us take.
for me, if I may say right now, it will be until the middle management. But
Mhm.
like you've just mentioned, my ministry is one of the ministry that have sort of make that transformation in relation to the transformation, because back in 2020, when the new government was formed, the
Mhm.
new government came in place, and we sort of rebrand our ministry, which is the Ministry of Local Government, and
Mhm.
in relation to the result-based management, which we have just introduced, going in full swing next year. Right now, the organization strategic priorities, like I said, it's middle management. But as of
Mhm.
next year, from bottom to top, top to bottom, we'll know the strategic priorities. It's a must.
Interesting, interesting,
Yes.
interesting. Thank you very much, Denise, for making that point. Which country, by the way, are you from? I mean, I didn't ask
I'm
you
from the
yesterday.
Seychelles.
Oh, you're from the Seychelles. Seychelles is so
Yes.
beautiful. It's beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful. Yeah.
Just
Thank
like
you.
Dennis.
Thank you, Tabitha.
So interesting, so interesting. Yeah, like we are like from so like we are a very diverse group out here, and like whenever diversity is there, like we enjoy the program so much.
Yes.
Right. Right. Yeah. 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 So thank you very much for mentioning that. In fact, this is like, and this is something, and this is like a global trend also. I mean, people till middle management or like senior middle management know about the strategic priorities of the organization. People who are at the frontline level or like who are early managers, they don't know about the strategic priorities, and that is one of the major bottlenecks in innovation of an organization. So, be it any organization, I mean, if it is government or and this research is irrespective of the type of the organization. This can be a government, a non-profit, a private organization, a corporate organization, a multinational organization, or a domestic uh, startup. So yeah, so basically if we understand what are the organizational priorities, we will be able to innovate. Why we will be able to innovate? Because there is an alignment. There is an alignment from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. There is an alignment. So people understand that, people have that shared vision. So people understand that these are the strategic priorities of the organization. So whatever efforts I'm making, whatever ideas that are coming, have to be in sync with the strategic priorities of the organization. I may come up with an amazing idea, but if it is not in line with the strategic vision or the strategic priorities of an organization, that idea is no good for the company. And that is why it is very important that I, as a grassroots uh, a member of the organization, and I, as the CEO of the organization, have to understand the strategic priorities. And your understanding and my understanding have to be similar, if not the same, right? So, of course, I mean, there is going to be a difference in the understanding of the strategic priorities by a CEO versus a grassroots level worker. That is a given. I mean, that is something that we don't argue about. I mean, that is definitely going to be in the practical aspect. It's going to be different. But however, the strategic priorities at a high level have to be similar. People have to understand that. And once we understand the strategic priorities, we'll be able to innovate. So this is like the formula for getting the discovering the priorities. We have to understand the purpose of the organization. Everybody across the organization has to understand the purpose, the mission, the long-term goals of the organization. They have to understand their own long-term goals, long-term objectives, and short-term objectives. Only once they understand the organization mission, their long-term priorities and their short-term priorities, they'll be able to create that alignment and create that space for innovation. If I don't understand my priorities, I don't understand organizational priorities, there's always going to be a mismatch. Organizational innovation will not happen. So the first step is that we discover, understand, and make sure everybody in our organization understands the priorities. Okay, so that was the first step. How many of you agree with me? I mean, are there any questions? Are there any questions around understanding priorities?
Perhaps, sir, I'm Yash from Mauritius.
Hi, Yash.
Yes, just one issue that I want to raise. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
with regard to innovation, when we look at most of the big business, they have a research and development
Mm-hmm.
department,
Mm-hmm.
which carries out every research that has to be done. Even in
Mm-hmm.
Mauritius, when I look at it, I see, okay, there is a ministry that is responsible for administrative reforms in the government.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is that these reforms, they are imposed upon each and upon the line ministries.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to innovation itself, it's more a bit of this small incremental changes that we bring in in each of the ministry. It's not the big picture as if.
Right, right, absolutely, absolutely. In fact, what you made a very important point, and I will come to that. Let me see if there's. Okay, so I'm just jumping a few slides. I'll come back again just to address the point out here. So yeah, so basically, what you're saying is absolutely right, because innovation is not about radical transformation. I mean, Twitter is radically transforming right now. Like the new CEO is transforming the company radically. So innovation is not about radical transformation. Innovation is also not about doing the things the same way we were doing, right? So you see here, so innovation is like, like there are two aspects. One is business as usual. Like, like we are like doing the business the way we are doing, and like we don't want like any change to happen, and like, the things are moving smoothly, and I'm comfortable in my comfort zone. So that is business as usual. And second is the radical transformation. I mean, we are radically transforming the company, and like we are bringing in metamorphical changes in the organization. So again, that is not exactly innovation either. Innovation happens in somewhere in between, somewhere between where these two worlds meet. So our business is going on. At the same time, like we are making transformational efforts, incremental transformational efforts, and that is where strategic innovation happens. So we are not like doing whatever we were doing in the past. I mean, we are not sitting idle. I mean, we are doing something, we are innovating, we are making changes. However, we are not making radical changes. We are making incremental changes. So that is where strategic innovation takes place. And thank you very much, Yash, for making that point. I hope this slide also helps in explaining this. Right. Yeah, and thank you very much for making that. Yeah. So innovation is all about making incremental changes. Yeah. However, for making those incremental changes, it again, like, it becomes important for us to understand the priorities. Because if we understand the priorities, then, like those changes will have a positive effect. Those incremental changes, small changes that we are bringing in, small innovations that we are bringing in, those innovations will have like, a positive impact on the organization, and it will actually work better for the organization because it is in sync with the organization vision. If the innovation is not in sync with the organization vision, not no matter how small the innovation is, how tiny the innovation is, if it is not in sync with the organization vision, that might not work. Yeah, so the first step is that we get our priorities right and we create this alignment. Even if we are making incremental changes, they have to be in line with the organizational goals. Okay, so that is getting the priorities right. The second is the low self-belief. So how many of you feel that because of our low self-confidence, low self-belief, we are not able to innovate? Self-belief is an important factor in innovation. How many of you feel that, if I am confident that I'll be able to innovate, I'll be able to innovate?
Me.
Right. And I think like there can be an agreement here that, like if we have a high self-belief, if we believe in ourselves, if we have a high level of self-confidence, we will be able to build innovation in the organization. So what prevents us, like when it comes to belief, what prevents us from innovating? So research suggests that there are three barriers to developing a strong self-belief system. The first is behavioral when it comes to innovation. So I start thinking that, like, will this idea work? Will this innovation work? I mean, if it is work, then only like I'll work towards it. If it wouldn't work, I mean, if it will not make a significant impact in the organization, why should I even make an effort? So that is like a behavioral bottleneck that we have, which kind of brings our self-belief down and it inhibits innovation. Then, like, we have these control factors. Yeah, so we start underestimating our capabilities. Am I capable? Will I be able to? Okay, this idea might work, but this idea might work only if Denise or Darling are implementing it. If I'm implementing it, this idea won't work. I mean, they are amazing people. They are very highly enthusiastic people. They'll be able to do it. Cecilia will be able to do it. Yash will be able to do it. Yeah, Babita will be able to do it. I will not be able to do it. So am I capable? So I kind of go into that inferiority complex that I'll not be able to do it. So that again is another factor. And the third factor is normative factor. So sometimes, like, we take into consideration that what our team members will say, what other people will say if I go about implementing that idea. What would my colleagues say? What would my friends say? What would my family say? How would they perceive me? Will they think that I am crazy? Yeah. So I don't want to be called crazy. I don't want to be called nuts. Yeah. So does this happen? I mean, sometimes, like we start overly thinking that, what other people are going to say, and that actually prevents us from implementing a new idea or a new theory or a new process. Does this happen in like your line of work as well? Like, do you see these things happening with your team members, with your friends, with your colleagues? People get
Sometimes, yes.
apprehensive about it.
Sometimes, yes. It
Right,
depends
right.
on the
Thank you, Babita, for
situation and the case.
right, right, right. Yes, yes. And this happens. And this happens. Yeah. And this happens more than often. And this happens more than often that people don't implement that idea because sometimes they underestimate their own capabilities. Sometimes they don't think the system is going to work. And sometimes they are overly concerned that what other people are going to think about them. And that belief
If
factor.
if I
Yes,
may
Denise.
share, if I may share one experience way back when I first
Absolutely, absolutely.
Ministry of Local Government, and
Mm-hmm.
before that, before working as a director general, now I was a district administrator, managing a
Mm-hmm.
district.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I first came in, you are still fresh with new ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Every year, what we do a presentation in relation, we have a public meeting whereby we have
Mm-hmm.
the whole community come together and whereby
Mm-hmm.
we showcase what we've done throughout the year. And it was
Mm-hmm.
my first. So I sat down and I said, it's best if we do the presentation. We tend to see the public come in with different issues. So instead of
Mm-hmm.
having a PPT and stating for this year, I've seen 150 people, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
I'll detail it down. How many have come from for social problem, for housing problem, and all. So what we
Mm-hmm.
usually do before we move on to the presentation, we will sit down with our superior, and so that they
Mm-hmm.
can guide us through the PPT. So when I presented my PPT, my superior outright just scratch off my idea, say it's no good, this you don't need that. I say it's okay. First, I accepted this because I said, Denise, you are new to the organization. Maybe you need time sort of to implement it and everything. So the
Mm-hmm.
funny thing is that when all the district, we have like 27 districts all together, when all the presentation was done and everything, we went into a meeting sort of to do a postmortem on same. And
Mm-hmm.
one particular district, my superior says that if I will commend this district because of the way he has done his presentation. So interestingly, I sat up and just waiting for what surplus did he bring in to his presentation that was better than mine for me to improve on.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Mm-hmm.
believe what happened? The same idea that I had, he did the same thing. So it's just like you said.
Oh.
Yeah, the same idea. I mean, he was congratulated with my superior. It, just like you just said, sir. If it's because of me, my idea was not accepted, but because of somebody else, the idea was accepted. So
Mm-hmm.
this is and this is why the turning point came for me. Whenever I believed in something, I knew that circumstances will come along the way, but I forge ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I am today, and I am so happy about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. That was an amazing story. We can all give a big round of applause to Denise. And that was so amazing. That was so amazing. And that is like, like that is like the way we build our self-belief. If we believe in
Yes.
ourselves, if we are
Yeah.
confident in ourselves, we'll be able to do it. Who can stop us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was all about, like it was all about ourselves. It was not about the idea. It was the same idea that worked for another guy. It was the same idea that we were presenting. So yeah. So now that we know, and so this is like and this is where like many people in the organizations, like they also feel the same way. So within your team also, like you will find people who feel the same way. They're very creative, they're very innovative, like they think and they understand really well, but they're not able to communicate. They're not able to bring the idea out of their head. Yeah, so we as managers, we as leaders, we as responsible team members shoulder this responsibility of creating this atmosphere, this environment in the organization that people come up with their ideas. People speak up more openly. Yeah, and that is where like their self-confidence, their self-belief becomes better. Our self-belief becomes stronger, and we become better innovators. Yeah, yeah. So that was so interesting. That was so interesting. Okay, so that was, yeah. So basically, like, it's a journey that we move from being self-limiting to self-enabling. Yeah, and that is the journey. That is like an individual journey that everyone has to transgress. Everyone has to go ahead with. So yeah, so that's an individual journey from being self-limiting to self-enabling, and that is where like we develop this strong self-confidence when we'll be able to do the things right. So thank you very much for mentioning that. It was an amazing story. Okay, and now another thing is creating options. So there is this slide up. Nothing is more dangerous than an idea when you have only one idea. We spoke about this before. Nothing is more dangerous than an idea when you have only one idea. One idea. Nothing is more dangerous than an idea when you have only one idea. How many of you agree with this? Or if somebody doesn't agree, please let me know so that we can have a small discussion around it. Nothing is more dangerous than an idea when you have only one idea. There is silence. Okay. So I'm assuming that like most of you agree with this point, that it's very
Yeah.
important for us to create options. We need to have like backup plans, plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. If we don't have backup plans, we don't have options, then our ideas don't work the way they intend to be. Yeah, so and that's like the beauty of
Yeah.
creating options. So as managers, as leaders, as responsible members of the organizations, it is very important for us to, whichever projects we are working on, whichever projects we are leading, we need to have a backup plan. We need to have more options. So in order to innovate, like it is very important that like we think from multiple perspectives. We create different options, because innovation, like we were discussing about agility yesterday, and agility and innovation are connected in one way or the other. Agility is an iterative process. Like we discussed yesterday, agility is an iterative process. It's not a linear process. Similarly, innovation is also not a linear process. Innovation is an iterative process. We keep moving back and forth between idea to implementation, inspiration, ideation, implementation, inspiration, ideation, implementation. We get inspired to solve a problem, then we come up with a great idea to solve a problem, and ultimately we implement that idea in order to solve that problem. However, if we realize in the implementation stage that that idea was not as effective as we thought it was, we go back to the square table and we come up with another idea. So it's very important for us as innovators, and we have to create options. We need to have alternatives. We need to have multiple way of doing things, and this is something that we have to encourage within the organization as well, that you have to create options. If you want to innovate, it's very important that everyone should have it very clear in their head that there are many ideas that can work. So we can always choose and pick and choose from the different ideas. So creating options is a very important factor. And then like we have to use our strengths. Yeah, so we were talking about strengths earlier, so it's very important Yeah. So, and we discussed this slide before also when Mr. Yash had made that point that we have these two scenarios, like we have business as usual, the things are going move smoothly, the things are going well, and we are very settled, very comfortable in a comfort zone. We don't want to move ahead. We just want to keep the things pushing through. And then like we have the radical transformation. So innovation happens somewhere in between. Like so somewhere between business as usual and radical transformation, innovation is happening. And that is like the sweet spot that we have to target. That is the sweet spot that we have to come up with as managers, leaders, organizational responsible organizational members in order to create that strategic innovation. And that happens when we use our strengths. So it is very easy. I mean, there was a study that was done by Gallup. So now Gallup is an international consulting firm which does a lot of studies pertaining to human behavior. So they realized that if we use our time in developing our strengths, then it becomes easier for us to grow and progress in life, because it takes a lot of time to work on our weaknesses. Of course, I mean, we have to work on our weaknesses as well. I'm definitely not an advocate of not working on our areas of improvement. We have to work on our areas of improvement to become a complete individual, a complete professional. However, it's also important that we spend time in building our strengths. It's important that in a team, in an innovative team, people, we should have members who have got certain diverse strengths. Some can be very good in communication, some can be very good in writing, some can be very good in project management, some can be very good in analytics. So basically, some can be very creative. So basically, if we have a team which has strong team members and they all have identified areas of strengths, then that organization innovates. So it is very important for us as organizational leaders, as organizational members, to identify our own strengths and also identify the strengths of our team members. In case like there are some areas where I'm not very competent, I go ahead and seek help. So if I'm hesitant in seeking help, I'm holding back the processes, innovation will not happen. So in order to develop the culture of the organization, I need to use my strengths, and the areas where I'm not very strong at, I take help from people who are strong in it. And that is how we create this strong innovative culture in the organization, by using our strengths. Does this make sense? I mean, does this make sense? Do we have any questions out here? I'll quickly take a look at the chat window also. I mean, I haven't taken a look at the chat window since the beginning of, yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I'm also new to this platform. So, okay. Okay. Thank you very much for mentioning those amazing comments on the chat as well. So Darlene is more active on the chat today. So yeah, so it's interesting. So it's really, really interesting. Yeah. And then the next point here is that we need to have this bias for action, preference for action. So we discussed this before, that if there is an idea, but the idea is only sitting in the head, that idea is no good. It is very important for us to put that idea into practice, put that idea, implement that idea, take that idea outside from our head, and put that into practice, implement that idea. Unless and until we implement that idea, unless and until we have this bias for action, we will not be able to innovate. So innovation is all about bias for action, bias for action. So yeah. And then finally, like, we have to get our team right. So like we discussed about the team spirit. So the innovative spirit comes from the team. So we have to get our team right. If our team has an innovative mindset, the innovation in our organization will be at altogether different level. How many of you agree with me when I say this? If all the team members have an innovative mindset, have that spirit of innovation in them, then we'll be able to innovate so much more effectively. How many of you agree with me?
I am in agreement
You can also
because you
throw
will
in.
be will be on the same wavelength, having the interest to move on, to develop. Yeah. So I am in agreement.
R- Right, right. Thank you, Denise, for making that point. Yeah. And of course, I'm looking at the chat window. So of course, there are agreements that are coming in. So we agree with this, that we have to get our team right. And we have to build that innovative spirit in the team in order to grow, in order to innovate. So in order to make sure that our team works as a single unit to innovate, we have to first identify like what are the frictions that come in the team. So once we're able to identify the frictions, because there is always a friction. If we take a look at the practical side of the things, so in theory, we have frictionless teams. However, in practice, there are definitely frictions. There are always conflict of opinions. This happens in your organizations as well, right? There are always conflicts of
Yes.
opinions. At the end of the day, we all come together and we take a common decision, but there is always a conflict of interest. There is always a conflict of opinion, and that is actually good for the organization because people are coming up with different ideas. So it is very important that we come up with diverse ideas. Conflict is good. However, friction is not good. So if the conflict stays after the implementation of the idea, that is actually a cause of friction. So that is something that we have to get rid of in the organization, and create the space for more inclusive, more diverse, more multilateral perspectives to come in and innovate. So that is where we have to work in order to get the team right. So we have to understand. So we have to understand these few factors in order to get the team right. We have to make sure that the team has a certain amount of diversity, like a certain amount of strengths. So each team member should have a different kind of a strength, or at least everyone should not have a similar strength. They should have similar values, but if they have diverse strengths, it works at a different level. you know then we have to identify the education level of the team. Some people might be highly educated, some people might have the elementary education, and that's all right. We complement skills. So we have to develop those complementary skills in the team. We have to understand that what kind of experience the team members have, and we have to use that experience in order to innovate. We have to get the size of the team right. If we have too big of a team which is innovating, then too many cooks spoil the dish, right? So we have to get the team size that is right. And there is also always an interdependence in the team. So that interdependence has to be managed well. So those are basically getting the team right. So once we have the right team in place, we will be able to innovate. Okay, so these are some of the suggestions that we wanted to give you how to get the team right. The first is to remove the organization frictions. In case there is friction between the team members, then we give them rewards, we give them support, we give them all the resources that are available, so that their ideas are respected and their work is respected as well, so that we remove friction from organization. We assemble a cross-functional team. Like the teams, if they have diverse strengths, it is always good. We align on an important goal, like we have a shared value, shared mission, and we work on that. We use metrics, so it is very important for us to track the progress of our work as well. So we use metrics and data to track the most important things. So if we are innovating, so we identify what we are innovating. Sometimes innovation happens, but we're not able to identify what are the best practices, how the innovation is happening. Only when we are able to identify how the innovation is happening, then only we'll be able to collect the best practices. So build a scoreboard. Let everyone see the scoreboard. Many innovative organizations do that. Like they have CRM systems and they have scoreboards, and everyone knows how each person is performing. And then we create, as organizational leaders, we create a positive momentum in our people. So whenever there is a positive momentum, the things leap forward. So that is where we get the team right. Okay, okay. So these were some of the factors which, if we implement in the team, we will be able to create a strong, innovative organization. Okay. And now, before we conclude the session, I just wanted to get your insights. That what are your insights about innovation? Is there something that I can help you with? I mean, is there something, if you have any questions for me about building an innovative culture in the organization, about bringing in change, building agility, if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer before I close the session today. Because we
okay.
have
Okay.
right. Yeah, because we have had this amazing journey. Like we have been together for the past 1 week. 1 week, right? And we are 2 weeks.
Second week. This is the last day. Second week.
Yeah, we have been
Yeah,
together for
second week.
second week, and I hope, I mean, I hope like all of you could come and visit us in India. Yeah, if this had been an in-person program, it would have been so much fun. We would have taken you around to different places. We could have traveled. We could have done so many activities together in the class, and it would have been so much fun. But this is also so much fun interacting with you,
Yes.
looking at enthusiastic faces, and it completely charges me up. It was my utmost pleasure interacting with you, talking to you, learning from you, and hopefully sharing some best practices there as well. I mean, I feel like truly elated. I feel like, very good about this. And and with this, I would like to say thank you. Thank you very much for being a lovely, 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 lovely audience. And it was amazing. It was an amazing experience for me. And I hope that our paths are going to cross again and we will meet again in future. So with that being said, thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arvind, for taking the, I mean, innovation topic with such zeal, and I hope all of you were happy. We ended on a topic which is, I mean, a good way to just put all the learnings of the workshop together. Now, we will be going for a 15 minutes break, and post that we will be having an interesting team building activity for all of you. And I hope that all of you participate. The ones who haven't interacted yet, we would especially like you to come up and just interact with your fellow participants, so that you can take some good memories from the program, and hopefully you can connect later on as well. So this is a good time for that. So let's connect post the 15 minutes break. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see if we are joined back by everyone. I would request if all of you can be on camera. This is a team building activity. As many as of you can come on camera, it would be great. We are just going to facilitate this session. The main motive is for all of you to know people in your cohort, and to just understand, you have been talking to a few people, but let's see, all the others, because we had 24 participants all through this program. So as many as of you can be for this team building activity, we can have a conversation with each other. I see Denise, I see Yash. All others are still in break, it seems, Dr. Shikha. Darlene, hello, hi. I know you have a Christmas party going on.
Yeah, actually, they
Most of your
outside
time.
and I'll join them later. That's why I'm not very much active. I was in a meeting a while ago and discussing, so I'm off now.
Okay. I think you have a little bit of a bandwidth issue. Or is it just for me?
No, I couldn't
No,
hear.
I was saying
Same
same.
for
There was
me.
a problem.
Okay. All right.
Darling, please ask for the Christmas to bring our gift also. I'm waiting. All of us, huh?
Well, we're
For all of
send me your address.
No worries,
Okay,
Tanvi is
send
going
me
to
the
give you the
address.
address of everybody. Tanvi has our address.
Yeah, so I should expect something in return.
No, Father Christmas is going to give you.
Okay. It's really fun if we're doing this in person, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm already having the Christmas tree in my house. I think
Oh.
everybody will be having it.
Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas in advance to all those who will be celebrating. We might not be meeting next week, so I'm just going to say that in advance.
Same to you and family.
Thank you, Babita. So, Denise, Erla, Yash, I see Abdul was on and off. Darlene, I see. Who else? Okay, Farsad has just joined. Hmm.
So, Tanvi,
Okay.
are we having photographs of all our participants?
Yes,
Anybody?
most of them we have. Some of them we have still missed, and that's also one of the reasons I wanted all of them to be on camera. But they are doing, they're multitasking to the next level. We can't just, it's all up to them if they want. Okay,
This is
so
the
Dr.
only
Shah?
problem with online course, especially when you
Yeah.
have in office. That every time now and then somebody coming to knock at the door, bringing a file, somebody calling you, you have meeting. This is the only, and the course is very interesting. So when you have to miss part of it, it's not nice.
Yeah. Today, I mean, yeah, I mean, you will be sad if you miss some of it, but this is just, an interactive thing. I mean, we just want all of you to talk. So, to facilitate the same, I mean, first of all, the ones on the screen, let's ask you guys, how much do you know about each other? Which country are you, all of you from? Have you interacted with each other apart from this workshop? I mean, Dennis and Babita have definitely have. I want you guys to, I just wanted to know, do you know where Darlene is from? Do you know where Erla, Yash are from? What do they do? Do you know that? Mariam knows Denise and Babita. Okay, great.
Cecilia
I think
also.
Denise and
And
yeah,
Cecilia.
Cecilia also.
Yes.
Okay, Marla knows Erla as
Darlene,
well.
Lama, Darlene, Yash. All those up on the screen, I think we've made acquaintance, and when we've gone through the groups,
Audrey.
we have interacted.
Audrey, there is Farsad, there is Ilham.
Yes. Ilham, where are you? Farsad, I have already captured your picture, don't worry. Your picture is captured.
We haven't seen.
Yes. I will.
Saving it for last, Babita. Saving the best for last.
So we are also a keen observer, and Tanvi is there to catch the face immediately as soon as you find somebody on the screen.
Tanvi is doing maxi sliding.
What's your view? Wow.
I took his photo yesterday. He hasn't been there today. I am not that high tech in the technology. He hasn't been on camera today.
So no worries. Anybody who is facing any issue and they are not able to come up on a screen, only we want to cherish the memories of this 10 days journey that we had all together. We wanted to capture each and everybody in the group photograph. So due to any technicalities, any issue, if they are not able to be there on a screen, they may share their photographic Tanvi. So not at all an issue. We'll just incorporate it in our
On the
group
WhatsApp group. Share your profile picture on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll just try to incorporate as many of you as possible. Apologies if anyone is still missing. I'll try to incorporate as many. Okay. Mariam, no worries. You are very active on chat. No worries. Okay. So, Dr. Shikha, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. So
Okay.
let's gear up with a team building activity. We have been talking about taking our team from good to great, high performing team. Now, since we have been attending this course as a team with predetermined objective, so let's have one team building activity so that we can get a better understanding that how the entire cohort have been understanding each other. And I think, Tanvi, shall I share this?
Yeah. Yes. I know that which team building activity are you on. You can share that. Let's do that. That would be fun for all of them.
Yeah, so I would be going forward with truth and lie team building activity. Let me share my screen. Just a second. Give me a second, please. There.
I can share as well, Dr. Shikha. If you want, I can share.
Yeah, just check it. I'm not able to, share it somehow, though it's
No issues.
open in the app.
No issues. I'll
Yeah.
share.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So here now we would be talking about the understanding among the cohort. The objective is, since we have been observing, we have been discussing, we have been participating in all our discussions from our day one. So the objective of this activity would be to have the deeper understanding of each other, that how strongly we are able to establish those relations among us, how we understand each other, and are we really able to understand them in that level where we would be able to identify the participants' traits, that are they really telling the truth, or it's a sort of a dare where we need to identify. So this would be the objective, and for this we would be having 30 minutes, where 30 seconds for each participant to think, share, and discuss once they are able to understand and think upon whatever they are trying to share among the cohort. 30 seconds for others to respond whether it's a truth or a lie, and then I think you can use your notepad, pen, paper, wherever you want to write it down. If you want to share it on Excel, on Word, it's absolutely fine. Through chat as well, you can share. And then we would be having certain steps that we need to follow. So here, to start this activity or a game, each person takes turns stating 3 truths, that is the true statement about themselves, and 1 lie should be incorporated. So that is how you have to understand that all these statements are not going to be true. There is going to be 1 statement which would be false or lie, and then the participants have to again discuss it. The other group in the team or the other participants would try to figure it out that which of the three statement was a lie. So
Yeah.
that is how you
Yeah. One, I just wanted to make this a little bit simpler. So instead
yeah.
of three truths and one lie, we
Hmm.
can just do three statements, out of which two will be true and one will be a lie.
Yes,
So each
yes.
person will be telling three things about themselves.
Hmm.
One of them will be a lie, and
Hmm.
two will be true statements. And we will give, let's say, three people, any three people out of the cohort, a chance to identify. And whoever does that right gets a point. I will be the point tally taker. I'll be voting it.
Perfect. Perfect. So for this entire activity, I think we would be taking 30 minutes, but to jot it down, to write down these statements, you can take, I think 1 minute would be okay. 30
Yes,
seconds to
one
1 minute.
1 minute per
Should be
participant.
fine.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So I think this is all what we are trying to discuss. So let's have a look on the activity and start gearing up with all these statements that you really want to jot it down. Tanvi, the entire cohort can have the freedom to choose any participant, or uh, I need
So let's see that all of them can devise these three statements
statements.
for themselves.
Hmm.
Let's give that 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, right? Post that, we can facilitate one by one. I mean, I'll just take it randomly from first who I see on screen, and then any three of them voluntarily, any three of the participants can attempt, trying out which of the statements are, true and which are a lie. So let's keep it like that. Okay, Mariam is asking me to repeat. Right. So what we will do is that all of you, right? All of you will get 2 minutes. You can just write down, jot it down, three statements about yourself. Two will be true and one will be a lie, but the other person might not be able to tell that it's a lie or not, right? It should look like a true statement. You just have to, prank the other person. They might just fool them into thinking that might be a true statement, but it will be a lie that you would know, right? And out of the cohort, three people will attempt identifying what is the truth and what is the lie. Whoever does that right will get a point. Okay.
And those three could be voluntarily.
Yes. Yes. So this is a game called Truth and Lie. Two truths and one lie.
And here comes the better understanding at a deeper level, that are we really able to, figure it out that these statements are true and which one is false.
I'd like to ask if the statements are anything under the sun related to. Is it right? I don't know if I missed if I got the instructions correctly.
Yes, Stalin. What did you ask? Yes.
I'm asking if the statements are anything as long as it's related to me or to us.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Anything related to you. Simple statements. For example, I own a cat. I hate dogs. Something like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's not about it's not about like our competencies, our character. No,
You can full freedom to do that. Anything.
Okay.
You can say, I am the life of a party, for example. And the third statement can be, I don't have any friends. So something like that. Very simple,
Okay.
very simple, without giving too much personal detail. Let's just keep it clean, simple. We can do that.
But it should not be, very much obvious statement.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. This is just an example that I gave.
like if I
Uh,
say I don't go out, so it is something, how could it be possible that I never go out, or I never been to market? So these are something which are, but obvious thing that it could not be possible.
yeah, like I don't go to office anymore. Don't say things like that because anyone can catch that very, very easily. Audrey, we have to write three statements. Even if you are writing on chat, it's okay. Just try writing three, and one of them should be a lie. Two truths, one lie. Only you would know which one is a lie. Others just have to guess.
We have to write it this now.
No, no, no. So if someone is comfortable writing on chat, good. If someone wants to speak it out, whatever you choose.
Okay. Okay.
It would be ideal if most of you can speak because the main crux of this session is team building. So as many as you can speak would be nice.
So can I start?
Who is starting?
Okay.
Who is
Hello.
who is ready?
This is Audrey.
Ah, Audrey,
Oh.
you are ready. Okay, okay. Great. Okay,
Yeah.
let's start, Audrey.
I have three statements. One, I love cooking.
Okay.
I hate swimming.
Okay.
And lastly, I hate dogs.
I hate
Dogs.
what was the last? Okay, dogs. Okay. All
Yes.
right. So, which of you would like to take the first guess?
I think that the lie is that she hates swimming. I think that she likes it.
Okay, Audrey, don't reveal yet. Okay, this is Cecilia's guess. She
Yes,
thinks
yes.
that the swimming part is a lie. Okay, let's take another
Sorry.
guess.
I think I hate dogs.
Okay, so all right, Audrey, you are noting it down, right? Cecilia thinks you hate swimming, and Cecilia thinks that you don't hate swimming, and Denise thinks that you don't hate dogs. We will take
Okay.
another guess. One more guess.
I think the
May I
cooking
say?
part. I'll go ahead.
Okay,
Bobita.
Oh,
Love cooking is true. Love dog is true.
Hate dog.
No, hate dog is not true.
okay, okay.
It's a
So the
lie.
hate part is a lie. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So let's see, Audrey, which of the three gets points?
My truth is that I love cooking.
Okay.
I hate dogs, but I love swimming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cecilia gets the point.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tanvipi, I don't know if you can stop share the presentation in order to see
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. Yes, good
Please?
idea. I'll do that. Yeah, done.
Yeah, we can see better each other.
Thank you.
Okay. Now,
Thank you.
thank you, Audrey, for being a sport. Now let's start another one. Who else would like to take the stage now?
Okay, I'll go.
Yes, Dennis.
Denise, okay.
I am a proud 42-year-old woman who is very passionate about nature, and I love cooking.
Okay, so the first is So the first statement is that you are a proud 42-year-old woman.
42-year-old who is
Second
passionate about nature, and I enjoy cooking.
Third is I enjoy cooking.
Only two? You said only two?
No, there's three. There's three.
Yeah, you raised a 3.
42-year-old, passionate about nature and enjoy cooking.
I think that the lie is that you like cooking.
Cecilia, I'm sorry. I would like others to take a chance now. Sorry. We'll give you a chance again. Yeah.
I think the lie is the nature thing.
Yeah, let's start with Darlene. Darlene, take
Yes,
a guess.
I think the lie is the nature thing.
She's passionate about nature is a lie.
I think that's the lie.
Okay. Denise, just like keep that to yourself, okay?
Yes.
Try.
Denise is my sister. May I say? She's my sister.
No, Babita, then you definitely can't say. Because you would know her very well.
Yes, say it, yes.
I guess.
Ella is going to say.
I think the two last statement is true, and the lie is that she is a 42-year-old. I'm sorry.
Okay. So you think that 42-year-old is a lie? Okay. Erla's guess is that. All right. Who else would like to take a try now? Yash. Yes.
I think cooking is a lie.
All of them have a different lie for you, Denise. All of them have a different. Okay, Denise. So, which of them are right? Tell me, Darlene, Erla, or Yash?
So I am very passionate about nature. I love cooking, but I'm not 42 years old.
Very good. It was a tricky one.
Yes.
Very good, Denise. Very good.
But you look 42.
Denise, none of us said that. Your sister said that.
Yeah.
None of us said that.
Because no, I couldn't catch that.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Denise. Now, who else is ready with their statements? Let's do another one.
Yes, she's ready.
Yash is ready? Oh, great. Yash, you can, yes.
Yes, I'm very passionate about my job. I fought with my boss to attend the course, and I'm very lenient
Yes, I didn't catch the second statement, Yash.
I'm very passionate about my job. I
First.
fought with my boss to attend this virtual
Okay, you
course.
forced your boss to attend this virtual workshop. That's the
I'm
second
having
thing.
a breakage over here. I
And the
cannot
third
make out.
one is that I'm very lenient with my staff while assessing their performance.
Okay, okay. The third is that he is very lenient with his staff while assessing their performance. Okay. Now, Babita, let's take your input.
The last one is false. He is not very lenient.
He's not very lenient. Okay, okay, okay. Yes. And now let's ask Audrey. Audrey, you want to take a guess?
I think the lie is the same. Okay, I didn't get it well, but I think he said that he was supposed to attend the virtual. Is that true, Yash?
Okay, okay. Forced your boss is a lie according to you.
The second one.
Okay, okay.
The lie.
Darlene also says that the second one could be a lie. Now let me just check who else have joined. Farsad, you have raised your hand. You want to take a try, Farsad?
Hello to everybody.
Yes.
Regarding myself,
Hi.
I like have pet. I like pets at home.
No,
I
no,
like
no, no,
traveling.
Farsad. No, no, Farsad. We'll take that. We just want you to guess first that which of Yash's statement is a lie. So I'll repeat his statements for you. The first one he said is that he's very passionate about his job. Second is that he forced his boss to attend this workshop. And third is that he is very lenient with his staff in their assessments.
I think the second is lie.
Okay, he forced his boss the lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yes, Yash, Babita, Audrey, or Farsad.
Okay, I will just say Babita is right.
You are not very lenient.
Because of this, for you all to
But let
know.
me tell you a truth. Let me tell you a truth. Why? Because it's true that we don't often meet, but I knew that he fought with his boss to attend the course from home because the boss was just pestering him with work at office.
Oh.
Yeah, just
You guys are from the same country, right? From Mauritius? Okay, okay.
Yeah, but we rarely meet.
yeah,
We can
yeah.
talk on phone, but in person we rarely meet.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, just to inform you that I was called to office on Monday and Tuesday while the course was ongoing. So on Monday when I reached office, I went in they were discussing some important issue in the conference room of the ministry. I went in the conference room and then I burst out with all the staff and my boss and asked him, why is it that I'm so important that the work cannot be done without my presence in office?
Way! High five! I couldn't do that, but I'm happy you did
Wow.
that. I'm happy you did that.
So I was so angry that my boss take me to his office. He gave me 2 cups of tea, and she did a chin with me and said, okay, you are working with the Deputy Prime Minister, so it is very important for you to be in office as we were discussing something very important. So I said to my boss, okay, every day I work with the Deputy Prime Minister. Every day I join, I have meetings, we discuss issues. So is it that I can never be allowed leave? And this is the most of the difficulty for online virtual training. The problem is that they believe that virtual training is not that important because they do not attach that importance. Whereas it is very, very important for us at management level to upgrade ourselves, to have, as we say, to get new ideas, new things that we can bring that innovation in work.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And I think all of us applaud your dedication to attend this workshop, and you have been one of the most participative ones as well. I am sure, I mean, if your boss would know, he will be happy that you were doing work only from home also. You were very participative and very attentive. Thank you for your dedication, Yash. I hope he's okay when you return back to office. Okay, pardon me, who else is left? If you can just raise your hand.
Yeah, hasn't yet.
Farsad, Cecilia hasn't.
Farsad was pairing, you know?
Farsad wanted to say, I stopped him. I'm sorry, Farsad. Can you?
That's
can you
okay.
Farsad?
It's okay. 3 points to mention.
Yes.
I like pets at home. I like traveling. Pets
at home. Okay.
Pets at
Pets at home. Okay.
Like traveling.
Okay.
And being out on weekends.
Okay. The third statement is he likes being out on weekends.
On weekends.
On weekends. Okay. Okay. So, all right. Let me just check. Mariam is here. I see
Yes,
her name.
yes. I'm here.
Yeah, Mariam. You want to take a guess first?
Could you repeat his 3 statements?
Yes. So his first statement is that he likes traveling. Second is he likes to keep pets at home. And pets. So cats, dogs, any animals. He likes keeping them at home. And third is he likes to be out on weekends.
I think the third one.
That's a lie, according to you?
Yes, yes, it's a lie.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And who else? Cecilia, you want to take a guess? I see your smiling face.
I was thinking, and maybe the third one. The third one, can you repeat it, please? Is that he likes to be in or out of weekend?
No, being out on weekends.
Out. Okay. I think that I think that the third one. He likes it's a lie. He likes to be in on weekend.
Okay.
I think
So he likes to stay in a weekend.
I think
I agree with
one. I think
You
the
also
second
think the
one.
third one?
No.
Okay. Farsad, all of them are united in their answers. Now you
I
just
think the
tell us if
second
they're
one.
right or wrong.
Second one.
I see all of them are wrong.
Dennis was giving a different answer. Dennis, you were giving something.
Dennis said
Second.
the second one.
Dennis, which one do you think was a lie?
The pets at home. Having
Okay.
pets at
Farsad, is Dennis right?
Yeah, Dennis is right. But I thought that she said the second one.
Yeah, pets at home. You have pets at home, you say, right?
Yeah, you're right. I don't like to have pets at home, so you are right.
You know
This
why?
one, Denise.
You know why?
I was thinking about that, but I was hesitating.
Cecilia, let's just analyze. He likes traveling. He likes to be out on weekends. So how can he have pets at home? When we have so,
That's a good
Well,
one,
smart.
Denise.
Good for you, Denise. Good for you.
She proved
Dennis has put in
she
her
proved that she's smart.
analytical skills here.
yes.
No, she guessed very smartly that if I want to be out, how do I can keep pets at home?
Yes.
That was a very smart set of statements also, I must say, Farsad. That
Pardon?
was a smart, selection of statements about yourself. It was
Yeah,
very
I did it.
Dennis found the algorithm for, for catching
Cecilia
the
was
lie.
Cecilia was not about choosing. I think she was not about the first one and the third one, but she said the third one.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I was thinking about that. To make me hesitate, but it's a good one. It was a good one. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Farsad. Mariam,
Okay.
hi.
Hi. So
Hi, you want to take? Yes.
I will start by I like listening to people.
You like
Listening to people.
listening to people. Okay.
Okay. And I'm emotional
You are emotional. Okay.
and easy to deal with.
Okay. You are easy to deal with. Okay. So you like listening to people, you are emotional, and you are easy to be with.
Yes.
That's the order. I want to get the
Yes.
order right. Okay.
Yes.
It's a tricky one.
I think easy to deal with, it's a lie.
I think so also.
Okay.
Third one.
Which one? Which one is a lie? Which one?
One more
Easy to
person
deal
gets a
with.
chance first. One more person gets a
Myself,
chance. Yes, Audrey, yes.
myself, I think the lie is that she's emotional.
She's emotional is a lie according to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Now-
Audrey. You were the right one.
Okay, Mariam.
Oh, you found it.
You found it. Because of your voice, Mariam, I think that you are emotional. Because of your voice.
No, I'm not. I really am interested in knowing the logic of Denise in this, in her statement. Because she has a logic.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
she surprised me. She surprised me that to see a woman that's not emotional.
Yeah, that I was talking about for
That was the trick. That was the trick.
Till now, I mean, till now, I won't say the competition, but the game has been quite even. I see different people getting 1 point each. No, not like no one has gotten 2 points. Every one of you has gotten 1 point each.
Hey, we're a team, Tambi. We are a team, so everyone is great. Everyone is winning.
And today in this session, you are becoming high performance also. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Darling, you haven't got a chance to say your statements yet, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
Let's
what do
look
I
at that.
what do I say? Let's see. I'm an unmarried woman with the age somewhere between 35 to 40 years old. Sorry, let's rephrase that. I'm an unmarried foodie woman with the age of 35 to 40 years old.
Okay. And the third one?
The third one.
I'm a foodie, I'm unmarried, and 35 to 40 years old. So that's already 3.
Yeah, your voice is
Foodie
getting,
loves.
your voice is breaking for me, darling.
The connection is not so well, so I cannot hear
Yes.
very well.
It was not clear.
No,
Okay,
worries,
I'll
please
repeat
type.
it. Am I heard? So
Yes.
I'm an unmarried foodie with an age somewhere between 35 to 40 years old.
Okay, I got it.
I'll type
So
it down.
yeah. So I'll tell the participants that her first statement is that she's married. Second is she's a foodie. Okay. She's foodie. She likes different types of food. She loves eating. And the third is that she's between the age group of 35 to 40. Right,
I
Dali?
already know.
That's correct. Yes, thank you. We got it.
Okay, okay. All
Okay,
right.
so
So, yes, Farsad wants to take the first. Yes, yes,
let's
Farsad.
see. Let's see her face clearly to decide on her age.
Who you
Yeah,
face?
the 35. I'm in agreement with Farsad. Yes, the 35 to 40 years.
We haven't seen Farsad also.
I see she's not foodie.
She's not a foodie.
I
Yeah, I
Otherwise,
think so too.
I
I
agree
think
with
so
Farsad.
too.
otherwise she get fat.
What
Tenve, I think the age 35 to 40.
Okay, Dennis says 35 to 40 is
Age.
wrong. Babita, yes?
She's married.
That's wrong. Okay, okay, okay. I'll stop you here because Darlene was logged out. I'll tell her your answers.
Sorry, I
She's
Just
back.
now.
got
She's back.
disconnected.
back.
Okay, okay. I'm back.
Yes.
So what did I miss?
Yes, yes.
Just
So, yeah, Farsad said that you are not a foodie. That's a lie.
Okay.
Dennis said you are not 35 to 40. That's a lie.
Okay.
And Babita said you are not married. So which of them are correct?
Oh, what? The last one is Bobita who said that I'm not married. Is it right?
Yes, Babita said that you are not married.
So okay, let me say. So the lie in the statement is I'm actually a married woman who aged 38 years old and I'm a foodie.
So none of them
So
was a
we
lie.
got it correct.
None of them.
You didn't say a lie. You didn't say a lie only. All of them
We were thinking and thinking and thinking and
she changed the rules of the game only. She said all true.
I think the lie is that she's
I'm
not
a
married.
married. Yes, it says that I'm unmarried, right? I'm already
Oh,
married.
okay.
So
Babita.
I'm 38 years old and I'm a foodie. I love to eat.
Oh, Babita is
Nobody got it correct. Babita said that I'm not married.
No, because I foodie, as I would say yes. Like 35, the age 35 to 40, I would say yes. But then the only thing that was left was she's unmarried.
Unmarried.
it was a good one. It was a very good one, darling.
I was actually I'm thinking what to say. So I thought someone will get that I'm married because sometimes I go like this and there's a ring.
Ah,
So
okay.
I think nobody was not that observant probably.
So now, darling, you have to go and tell your husband you can get married again. Let me try now mine. Let me say mine.
yeah.
Okay.
Listen, where's Dennis? Sit down, listen. Okay.
Babita, the three statements are right. Ow. Okay, let's hear you. Okay.
My first statement, I love dogs. My second statement, I am a self-centered person. And my third one is happiness of my family is my core concern.
Okay. Statement that you love dogs.
I think the second one.
Second
Cecilia,
is
we won't say
she's
anything.
self-centered, and third is that her happiness of her family is her foremost concern. Okay, I will just take your answers one by one so that I can keep a track of who is getting the point. So one by one, okay, one by one. All right. So who will answer first? Let's see.
I think the second one is a lie.
Mariam says second one. Okay. So you think that she's not self-centered, right?
No, because she likes her family and her happiness, I think.
Okay. Okay. All right. Who else? Second person to guess.
Oh, Erla thinks the same as me.
Okay. Erla also says the second one is a lie. Okay.
Second one also. Cecilia, we go for second one.
Yes, I think the second. I think Denise.
Okay. Okay. Babita, all of them have the same answers.
What did you answer, Tanvi? What would you say, Tanvi?
I would also agree with these people. I don't think
Yes.
you're self-centered. You call people in this group your sisters. So
It's
I
so
don't think.
obvious. It's so obvious.
It's clear.
Everyone won.
Everyone.
Now, Erla is going to say, Erla,
Yes.
your turn.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yes. The first statement is, I enjoy shopping at malls. The second statement is, I love traveling with family. And the third statement is, I'm a fan of party and nightlife.
You are a fun. You are
The third one, I didn't hear you.
Third one,
The
please.
third one.
The third is that I am a fan of party and nightlife.
Oh, okay. You are. You,
Third one
you
is a
think
lie.
she's a party animal at night.
Can you repeat, Tanvi? Can you repeat all three?
Yes, yes. So the first one is that she loves shopping. Yeah. Second one is that she
Love traveling with family.
loves traveling with family. Third is that she's a party animal at night.
Emotional كمان أنا emotional.
The third one.
I see your fingers. I would only give one person a chance to speak.
شنو هي البنت اللي
Darlene, you say third. Okay.
It's the third one.
Audrey, you want to take it first?
The third one is a lie.
Denise and Babita were also saying the same.
Yes,
That the
third
third one is a lie. All of them are saying the third one is a lie. Erla,
Yeah.
who won?
The third one is a lie.
Yes.
Let's have Dennis' analysis on why she chose the third one.
Okay, because already looking.
Yeah,
at
me
you,
too.
I
Me
see-
too.
Yes, yeah, and then Cecilia will go. Because already looking at you, I can see that you are a very not quiet person, but you are oriented towards family, and yes, you will love shopping because you are still young. And I don't see you as much as a party goer because you love this kind of staying inside. I mean, with the family. When I just by just looking at you.
Denise.
Yes, Babita.
Denise, Cecilia, and Babita are party women.
I could guess that. Lovely, lovely. I'm so glad all of you are participating in this. Let's see who is left. Cecilia, you haven't said your statements yet.
Yes.
Yeah, I just
Yes. We are forgetting about
You thought you were going to
Okay.
get away.
Yes.
Abdul has a comment for all of you. Nice digress. Abdul is knowing so much about you from this session. Abdul will come to you next.
We want to know
Let's
you too.
have your inputs. Yeah.
Okay, I will share for you. First statement. I enjoy teaching. The second one, okay. I enjoy to be with my 3 kids. And the third one, I love traveling.
What's the first
What
one?
is the second one? I missed on the second one.
She loves to spend time with her 3 kids.
What's the first one?
Yeah.
The first one was?
The first one, I enjoy teaching.
Teaching. She enjoys teaching.
I think this is life.
And the third is that she loves traveling.
Oh.
Yeah, the first I enjoy teaching. Second one, I enjoy to be part of my 3 kids. The third one, I love traveling.
I think the second one.
I'll say the third one.
I think the first one.
I see the first
second one.
So many people. I'll not be keeping a track. Cecilia, you keep a track this time.
Okay.
I'll give that onus to you to keep a track. Farsad, yes, you were saying.
The first one.
Farsad says that he doesn't think that you like teaching.
Farsad, please.
I think she doesn't like traveling.
I really enjoy teaching. I really enjoy
I go for the second one.
Wrong.
Cecilia, go for the second one.
Dennis says that you don't enjoy enspending time with your kids.
I think she doesn't like traveling.
Traveling.
Babita says that you don't like traveling.
Okay. There's the surprise. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy to be with my family, but I have just 1 daughter.
Yay! I tell you what.
And I love traveling too. So that is the lie, because I enjoy to be with my family, but I have only 1 daughter.
I tell you why.
Why?
Dennis.
What?
I tell you why, because you love traveling, yes, you love your line of work. Okay, this allows you, you are a business consultant. Earlier you were saying all that. But why I say not 3 kids, because this should have been something automatic. Yet you went back on the paper to ensure that the 3 kids. It should have been automatic. I love spending time with my 3 kids.
Good observer.
You got it. Very good. Very good.
The job of a detective, Dennis. Yeah. I just want to ask you.
My next job in life, I'll be a detective.
Very good, Dennis.
Dennis, when you're doing that job, please take Tanvi with you to take photo.
I think that's the effect of Dennis handling a lot of people.
Yes.
He gets to get a jive or to see.
Maybe
It's
after
a very good
Dennis
one.
will have a part-time being a detective after this.
Dennis, you can take that as a job.
Change career.
alternative.
Yes, I think I will. Thanks for the support.
The first detective in Seychelles. Huh, Dennis?
Nice.
Detective Director General. BDG, Detective Director
Thank you.
Darlene is saying this would be more fun face to face. Yeah, I agree.
Tanvi,
Yes.
just tell me, how would you have handled this group if they were all in India?
Oh God. I think earlier, in other workshops, we have a challenge to engage participants. Here, we would have a challenge to stop participants from engaging too much.
All the classes would have come to keep in our class to see what's going on.
This would be opposite batch. Seriously. So much fun.
And I would
Denise, your image is frozen.
you to party places.
Sorry?
Yeah, I would have
Your screen is frozen.
on my screen because I'm having some problem with the bandwidth. I think
Ah,
the weather
okay.
is not so good.
You were like that. You stay like that. You were laughing.
Oh.
So nice.
But
I
anyway,
mean,
it's fine.
I mean, sometimes such informal interactions are also very important. Anyways, we'll be having a formal interaction later on. Informal is also a good break, a welcome break.
Yes.
And WhatsApp, I think most of you are on WhatsApp. Orla, you are not there on WhatsApp group yet. I noticed yesterday. Are you?
No.
No, right? So
Do
Orla,
I
if you
have
can...
to register or
No,
I don't
you
know how
don't
to
have
use WhatsApp?
Oh,
Erla, I
okay,
think
you're not on
you need to
WhatsApp.
download the app and via
Then
your mobile number so that you'll
Play
have a
Store.
WhatsApp account. Yes,
Oh,
you download it in Play Store. And
yeah, I try.
then Tanvi can invite you to join the group. She'll add you to the WhatsApp group.
Yes, actually,
Yeah.
my team member Priyanka tried to add you so many times. Now I got to know you don't have the app only. That was the challenge.
I'll download it later.
Tanvi, I'm also not on the WhatsApp group.
Who said that? Kabita.
Yes,
Oh, you're
Kabita.
not there. Okay,
Yes,
please.
because I've not
Please
been able to follow the courses earlier as well.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to talk to you later.
Okay. No
Okay,
issues,
good.
Kabita. I mean, yeah. I mean, hopefully you have been getting the emails. I think so. Hopefully that.
No, I didn't get the initial group to join, the link to join. I was not given the link to join, so I failed to attend. I saw that it was on a hybrid mode. I relied on the handbook rather to follow the course. Okay, unfortunately, there has been some misunderstanding. They didn't send me the link.
Seems like we have the wrong details of yours for sure.
Yeah.
I
So
think there has been some mistake with that.
unfortunately, I would have liked to be present, to be able to attend the course from the outset. But unfortunately, I was not given the link. I sent an email, but possibly they missed that email too. So no problem. I have liked what I have followed so far. I thank you for that. So if you could add me to the group, it would be good.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Even if that group helps you to connect with the other participants here, that would be also great. Kabita, if possible, I'm just writing my email ID here in the chat. All of you who were not in the group yet, okay? You are just free to write me a mail here with your numbers, with your WhatsApp numbers. And if not that, you can just write me that this is my email, so that any further communication can come to you, or for other programs also. So just write to me here. Okay, I'm writing 2 email.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome. And we apologize. I mean, this was not raised to me. I think.
No need to apologize. There has been some misunderstanding somewhere.
Yeah,
maybe I ought to have followed up more. No, I saw that it was on hybrid mode, so let's let it be.
Yeah,
so
this
maybe I will
happen.
be able to follow the mother course. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yeah, Audrey, I agree. I mean, see, it won't be possible to organize a face-to-face workshop with entirely the same group, but we have a few offline programs coming up, and the next year's calendar is filled with those. I think starting from February and March, we will be
Sorry,
having
Miss
that, and
Tanvi?
I'm sure. Yes.
We're missing your 3 statements.
Okay, you want to ask me also?
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you. I'll have to think a little bit of something witty.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll think. So, all of you who would like to, I mean, I'm being very frank, I'm not I'm not promoting anything, but whoever of this group would like to meet each other face to face and any workshop, offline workshop interests you, please apply for that. You're welcome.
It would be a second course about that?
So the way that you were communicated about this iTech workshop, some more iTech workshops are coming in, which will be offline.
Okay.
In the university here in Noida, Delhi, Amity University. That will be communicated to you. I think from your missions, I am not sure where you have been communicated. This is another team which is taking care of that, but you can apply for that, right? Then you will be able to meet each other face to face, hopefully. Some of these.
Ooh, it would be so exciting.
Let's
So
talk on
exciting
WhatsApp.
to do so.
Yeah,
But
and that
one
is
thing,
right. This WhatsApp group will remain active for you guys. Even if the team leaves, you can remain, you can interact. This will remain active. No one will be shutting down the group. Don't worry.
one point regarding
Yes.
iTech, there is only two chances for iTech. One is offline course and one is an online course. So for each one is one. You have just only two opportunities.
Okay.
One is
Okay.
offline and one is online.
Okay. Is that so? I'm not aware of that fact. Let me confirm. I
No.
think in valedictory, Farsad, Brigadier Sharma, Priyanka, these are people from the client relations team. They will be coming in, they will be taking your feedback. So there you can just confirm any of you has any doubts about iTech program, anything. They will be the right forum to ask that about. I am part of the solutions and content team. I might not know many of these things, but I'm sure they will be knowing. So any pointers, anything, any questions you will have, you can ask.
No.
Yes. So it is 1:25 according to my watch. We have planned a break at 1:30 p.m. IST. But anyone else who wants to just come up and take part in this activity, welcome. I would not want to force anybody, but I see Jester, Farida, Abdul. These people have also joined. Any of you who wants to participate in chat or on voice, we would love to know.
Everyone is serious now.
Yeah, everyone has got it.
Like quiet.
Suspicious.
Thinking mode on. Okay. I'll tell Mariam. I mean, I didn't have time to think of anything witty, but I'll just say some three statements about myself. First one being that I love reading. Second one being I am a big fan of romantic comedies. And third one being that I don't have more than 4 friends.
The third one again?
I don't have more than 4 friends.
4 friends?
Yes. First is I love reading.
Friends.
Second is
Okay.
I
The last
love
one.
romantic comedies. Third is I don't have more than 4 friends.
Denise,
Third one
Denise,
was?
did you see the eyes and everything?
Did you see my facial expressions?
Please, wrong.
3 is
The
wrong.
last one.
Okay.
I think
I'll
the
go
Yes,
for
we should try.
3. I'll
The
go for
third one is a lie.
I'm going with the second one.
Okay. Who is going with the second one?
Me.
I wanted to go with the second one first. Then I said, an Indian not liking Indian film, then
No. I said romantic comedies, not specifically Indian.
so I'll go with 2.
You'll go with
Me too. Me too with Babita.
Me too.
Two. I think.
2. You don't think I
I
like
stick with
romantic
3.
comedies?
I stick
You
with
like.
Janvi, last one. The last one is a lie.
I don't have more than
the
4
third
friends.
one.
Okay.
I think that the third one.
Okay.
What are the forefront?
Most of you have gotten it right. I think I have a group of 8 people. 8
Yes.
friends in a group. So I love romantic comedies. I love reading.
Yes.
My bookshelf is full of it. That is the reason I picked up this job.
Okay, Denise is going to analyze. Denise is going to analyze.
Yeah. After a very good analysis, we can sure that she was that the third one was the lie. Is that right, Denise? Hey. Denise, I can hear you.
If I can, yeah, what I can say for Tenvi, she loves reading. So definitely, when you enjoy reading, you can welcome any form of art in your life. So definitely the romantic comedy will come in, but not having more than 4 friends, that will be difficult, because what already she's doing now allows space for many people to come into her life, and definitely she will have that more than 4 friends. Thank you.
Denise, which study
And
are you taking
also,
actually?
the eyes were to the other side, but she was telling the third one.
You all of you are underlying psychology experts as well.
I'm sure Denise is studying psychology. I'm sure about that.
Okay,
and
thank
she's
you.
taking a test. She's doing her assignment through us. She got an assignment.
I'm having some difficulty hearing you.
I said, I'm sure you are taking a course in psychology and you have an assignment and you are trying it on us.
You think I should do that, Babita? I'm hearing bits and pieces, but I can hear a course in psychology.
Arla wants everyone to add her on Facebook.
Okay, Ella.
Okay. I mean, thank you, everybody. This was a success. I am happy that most of you, if not all, got to interact with each other. And this was a good icebreaker for the ones who did not interact yet. I am surprised by Audrey and Mariam. you are also very, very, very interactive, and I am sure you will make some friends here in this group. And okay, all right. With this, we come to the end of the first half. The second half would be little bit formal. We'll be having a valedictory session, which will address all of your questions, all of your feedback. We will be taking you through a course report of the program, and we will be having,
How are you?
we will be having questions from the people in AITD. They will be taking the stage. So we will be taking a longer break this time. We will be taking a 1 hour long break, and we will come back on the same platform. If you wish to leave the link and save your bandwidth, you can. But just set your clocks to 1 hour.
I cannot, I'm sorry, I cannot hear you very well.
Yes, it's breaking from my side.
I think someone is talking in the background.
But the third one nilifanya when you were in Israel. So the last one is what is remaining.
I'll just type on chat, Cecilia, because I would not be able to mute
Yeah,
her.
in fact, I was telling her we need to finalize
because it was supposed to have been out
before exams. Yeah. No, alisema atafuatilia. Yeah. It's yesterday when I talked to her. Kwa sababu nimeitisha jana nifanye, wakaniambia watalete zote. Na Grace hakuwa. Unajua Grace amekuwa akicollect. She had gone for the nini mambo ya exam. Ni sawa.
Doris, you were somewhere?
We need to have a meeting. Yeah.
Because sasa
Wacha tufanye
ungefanywa preliminaries planning so that by January we just take no time. Or you can plan early January.
Early January we can do it. Maybe the
Cecilia,
first week of October.
I have just
Yes.
written on the chat. Whatever I was
I printed the
I
questionnaires.
put that on chat. Just catch up from there.
In the chat?
Yes. I have written on the chat.
Okay. Okay. How long is gonna be this time?
1 hour.
This break?
1 hour.
This break? 1 hour.
1 hour.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
didn't even know whether I write another one or.
Yeah, it is difficult.
But
nini zote
wacha
nimeprint.
zikuwe tu because sasa nilikuwa nimesema it's a bit tricky to go to the field without facilitation.
Yeah.
Ndio naweza sema ndio na tumefanya kuendelea kungoja.
Alafu isikuwe.
Alafu it's no longer a priority.
Yeah.
Lakini tukisema tunatujafanya tunangoja unless people understand that they can do work.
Yeah.
No, ngoja. But now you see
But
what
it should be
tunafanya
clear.
itakuwa ngumu kwamba
Una claim. Ni kweli.
So I wanted it to, at least to be approved first
Okay.
before they can see that we can.
Oh.
Otherwise you can go and then maybe in his mind he wants to slash.
Oh.
So you have to reorganize how you
Again.
work.
Okay. Ni sawa, but I printed the 450 pieces. Hiyo copies.
Ngoja tu zitungoje kwanza, nitaulizia Rosie kama alipata hiyo file so tu take it back alipate kwa meza.
Sawa. It's okay.
Jana ndio nilikuwa na typo, lakini jana nilikuwa naambiwa they were looking for it.
Oh, they were looking for it also.
But I said I told them I thought I had it and I never found it.
Ilikuwa uko pending. Oh, nani Roslyn alichukua.
So,
Na si ni yeye anakwanga na hiyo file ama inakanga wapi? Si ni hapa.
But nasikia ilikuwa na
Nani Roslyn mwenyewe te. Okay. Wacha tungoje tu. Okay.
Toi, unmute-toi.
Ah, bon, dis-toi, tous les jours, on a un enseignement. Grand matin, tantôt, midi, n'importe qui est dans l'enseignement. Les matins, je demande moi information, l'autre. Je ne pas demander rien. Ce n'est pas un bizarrement bureau. Après, 10 heures, et tu as seulement, bien bizarre, toi, bureau, chose. Je dis, non, je ne vais pas venir. Il envoie moi un mail. Je vais venir au bureau. Mais si peut causer avec moi, grand matin, tu peux causer avec moi. Tu as besoin de dire moi qui est là, tu as besoin de faire les affaires, non?
Nous, tu as bien fait. Tu connais, moi, je ne vais pas réussir faire. Hein? Moi, au fait, quand je demande au bureau, je vais besoin de rester. Je vais envoyer un mail, HR, je vais dire, HR, whether I could be spared for these 2 weeks, because it's going to be, according to the handbook, the course is going to be quite bulky. So it's going to be impossible because the whole day people just knock on my door and on envoie un mail. HR prend une semaine pour demander une réponse. Il dit moi comme ça. Et HR dit moi reste là 4 jours, moi venir rester tout. Après moi il y a une réponse, il dit comme ça because permanent secretary interne n'est pas là and APS interne n'est pas là. You are requested to follow the course from office. On arrive à dire, HR, tu n'as pas honte pour créer une lettre comme ça. You can spare a PS, but you can't spare a PS. Wow.
Hello?
Wow.
Hello?
Yes.
Excuse me, Babita.
Yes, darling.
Hi, darling.
Hi. We just won.
French, is it your first language? Parce que je veux vous parler en français. Ah, d'accord.
Ah, darling, vous parlez le français?
Parce que moi, c'est Mariam.
What is it, Babita?
Mariam is speaking, Mariam is from Morocco. Morocco speak French.
Oui, on parle en français. Parce que je suis surprise, vous parlez déjà en français. Est-ce que c'est
Oui,
votre premier
Mariam, tu
rang?
sais qu'est-ce que je voulais te dire hier? Qu'est-ce que je voulais te dire hier? J'ai oublié de te dire. Bravo pour ton équipe de foot. Parce que
Merci
malgré
beaucoup,
et on a fait ça dans Chuck Day India. On a fait ça dans le film, dans Chuck Day India qu'on avait vu. Let me speak in English so that everybody can hear everybody can understand. Tell you what I was telling Mariam is that yesterday I forgot to congratulate her for the football team of Morocco, despite that they couldn't reach the finals. But I think around the world, the nations, different nations was acclaiming Morocco for first African football team to have reached that level. And they have really played well. They have really played well. And that despite that they are not in the final, they have already won.
Thank you, thank you.
And have won the part of the nation, the whole world.
Okay, since you have mentioned Chuck the India, it's about a team and about the coach.
That's what I was saying. This happened in Chuck Day India, and we saw it live again with Morocco in the match.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mariam.
Thank you all.
Congratulations, Mariam, and really indeed, I would say that was the best part, that the effort team puts across. And so Tanvi, I think cohort is very much energized after a long break.
Yeah.
And, so as Tanvi has already discussed yesterday, that what would be the entire schedule for today that we would be following. So we would be starting with our valedictory program from 3 p.m. right, Tanvi?
Yes, Indian Standard Time, 3 p.m.
Yeah. From Indian Standard Time, it's 3 p.m. And thereafter, I mean, prior to that, I would just give you a small hint that since we will be, during the valedictory session, we will be looking forward for the feedbacks from all the participants in the cohort. And it would be great if you can share your feedbacks during the valedictory session as in when we announce. So in case you want to jot down few points for remembering to contribute and say during this session, that would be really appreciable. And I think if I just talk about the day 1 to day 10 journey, that we are on the verge of culmination of the entire program. Seriously, I think, I don't know how within a blink of an eye, you know, the entire time has flew away, and we are, you know, at day 10 today. So it was really a great interaction, and I think, I'm sure what all we are taking today, we are going to have something or the other to have implementation at our workplaces. Do we have? Babita, you are on mute. Yeah.
I'm saying I've already started giving them the test. And every day after the session, I would tell my boss, the most senior boss, what's done, how we went through the film to like cascade down what we have already studied so far during this 1.5 weeks, and we have applied it in a film. He said that's very nice, a very nice aspect of doing training. In fact, at the Public Service Commission in Mauritius, where they are doing recruitment, I've just learned while I was sharing with the whole corridor, my older colleagues from the different units, I'm just sharing what we are doing every day. Then I like sharing. When I study something, when I read something, I like sharing with people. Like then I was telling them, then one of the girls told me that she just recently, a few days back, she went for an interview for the post of office management executive, Oma is assistant, and this was the way they were given a clip to watch, and after that the interview was on that clip. Then
Okay.
I said, that's good. That's good that they are changing the way of doing interviews in Mauritius. It's more like what you can derive. It's not bookish. It's like what the person can derive from the clip and tell the interviewers. Yeah, every day I've already given them the tests, the intelligent quotient test, every emotional intelligence, everything I've already given them. And the HR guy was asking me to share I said, I would wish you to come sit in my office and hear what we are learning every day. Then it would have been difficult for everybody to just fit in the office and be here. But I'm sharing every day.
That's great. It's really lovely to hear when such kind of, learnings are being actually implemented. This is what we are looking forward, that, whatever the key insights and takeaways we have from during this entire workshop, it is some way or the other, helping us to strengthen our organization as well in some aspects. So somewhat the motive is that how we align our competencies and skills in accordance with what our organization's expectations are. Absolutely. And any other person who willing to contribute and share their experiences at their workplace, that how any such instance that is motivated you to take the things forward at your workstations. Today, I can see many of the faces on screen. Honestly, I can see, yes, Dev, Darlene, Dennis and Rajvanti has been there. Cecilia has been there. And the entire bonding that we have created, it's really great. Because I can sense anybody who is not there now, the name has been called out. Yesterday, Cecilia, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, you joined a bit late. And Rajvanti was like, where is Cecilia? Cecilia should be answering this. So that's really good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of now. Now here in my country is 3:30 in the morning. And I have to be very, very, I have to be alert every day from 11 p.m. to 4:30 in the morning, every day. But, I was so impressed because of the team, because of the subjects, because of all the knowledge that you can share with us. So every day was a challenge for me, but it was such a pleasure to be here. So I can see behind and I can see well done, and I'm so satisfied because I have now a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience, a lot of friends and new friends too, and also a lot of new tools that I can put on of so many companies that I am with leading. So thank you very much for everything that you can share with us. It was such a pleasure, such a blessing, and thank you very much for everything.
But Cecilia, I really look forward to know your secret behind it, because at such a bent night when you are awake, what really motivates you to be there? I really am very much eager to know. Cecilia, you have to tell the truth to the entire cohort.
Because I have to be awake all the night. So I try to be I after 4:30 in the morning, I try to sleep 2-3 hours at most, and every day it's the same. So I'm tired, I'm tired, yes, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited, and when I see your smiles, I was asking to myself, what are we gonna learn today?
So it was a pleasure. It was a challenge for me to be awake and to be here. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Cecilia. And this helps us as well to keep going and, to drive this entire course with full zeal and enthusiasm because of such a lovely participants who have joined us all across from different countries at different time zones. And, it's really, within a short span of time, such a great bond that we have created. And every now and then, when there has been discussions, there has been interactions, everybody's opinion, which on whatever topic that has been delivered, it's really wonderful to have you all with such a good zeal that keeps us motivated as well. I can see Dr. Nitin has joined us. Welcome, Dr. Nitin. You are on mute.
Can you hear me now? Hi, Shikha.
Yeah. Hi, Dr. Nitin. Hello, Brigadier sir. Welcome. Sir, you are on mute.
No, I'm okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Because we are on different time zones. So let me know when we can start, Tanvi. As you can see, I've got the map of the world behind me, so I know who's in which time zone.
Brigadier sir, we can start. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Good morning to all our friends in Africa. Good afternoon to all those in the Middle East and Central Asia.
Good morning.
And good evening to people in Southeast Asia and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you all to the valedictory session of this ITEC Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation Program, taking your team from good to great, essentials of building a high performance team. You all know me. I'm Brigadier Sharma, Director of MIT Institute of Training and Development, which is conducting this program. And on behalf of the founder president of the MIT group of MIT Education Group, and on behalf of our Chancellor and our CEO, Dr. Nitin Batra, we extend a very warm welcome to all of you to the valedictory session. As we all know, this program has been sponsored by the Ministry of External Affairs and fully supported by the Indian missions in your countries and your own ministries of Foreign Affairs and External Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, the objective of this program was primarily to provide you a very practical perspective on leadership. And I thought that was very evident during the Chakte movie that we saw, how a coach was a leader. The objective of the program was also to increase trust in your teams, improve communication and collaboration in your workplace, and of course to enhance your social relations, define roles within the teams, and improve efficiency in your workforce. All of you are holding fairly senior positions in your government departments and other organizations, and you all are dealing with small to medium to large size teams. I'm sure this program would have helped you in how you will handle your teams in the future and take them from their present situation to a much better situation. Now, I invite Dr. Shikha Dubey, who has been with you every day, to give us a report on the training program. Over to you, Dr. Shikha.
Thank you, Brigadier Sharma sir. And so let me share my screen with you all. Okay. Just a second. Is my screen visible?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh. Give me a moment, I guess it's loading from my side.
I'll share, Doctor.
Just a second. Is it visible now?
Yes, it is.
Yes, thank you. So starting with our report of the good to great. Every team member, further to develop and understand how the trust has been inculcated in each and every team member within that team. Again, it is something where we had talked about focusing upon a systematic approach, giving a very practical perspective on leadership, how the trust has been inculcated, improved communication, and again defining the specific roles and to incorporate high improvement in terms of efficiency and effectiveness among our team members so that they are actually developed and converted into a high performing teams. So here is the snapshot where the entire journey of 10 days we have covered 17 sessions all across with more than 3,000 minutes of engagements. And here we have included and we have actually taken the catalyst.
Dr. Shikha, you will have to change the slide.
Is it now visible?
No, it's on slide 2. It's on slide 2. Yeah, now it's visible.
Now
Yes.
it is? Okay, I have removed that, slideshow mode. So might be there is some glitch. So here in this journey, we have covered more than 3,000 plus minutes of engagement, where more than 15 coaches have been there sharing their knowledge, and 50 plus case studies, exercises, activities which we have conducted during the entire journey, wherein we have divided our participants into breakout rooms and again sharing the entire consolidated handbook, which is comprising of more than 200 pages. And now let's come up and discuss the 5 dimensions on which the entire program was set up based on essentials of high-performing teams. We started with our sessions focusing on the direction, how the focus has been there on team goals, giving it and aligning the directions along with the development of the talents and driving the growth initiatives among our team members so that we are able to attain that high performance. Further, we are somewhere focusing on the second dimension of interaction, how the engagement and participation aspects is taken care of, how those debates, those discussions could be made more constructive and more excitement and enthusiasm is developed to have more and more creative output. And then again, creating that impact, of course, a positive impact that each team member should have by inculcating and going through the entire mentoring process or coaching through which we are able to nurture that mindset and we are able to develop that onus with each and every team member. Further, we are again focusing with another aspects or dimension of process, which talks about how we would like to achieve the set goals and making each team to be a part and parcel of that goal attainment that we desire to achieve in our future. And finally, there would be a renewal where each and every team member is being encouraged to connect with themselves so that they are able to identify the innate potential and come out with flying colors. So this was the all the 5 dimensions that we have looked forward for and we have tried to incorporate in the entire journey of these 10 days. Now, behind these sessions, behind this entire program, we have our mentors, our guest speakers who have been there guiding us all through the process, how to come up and how to design this process. The driving force has been Dr. Nitin Batra and Brigadier R.K. Sharma sir, who have been consistently putting us together by, I would say, combining all aspects from here and there to give a full experiential learning to our cohort and participants. Apart from that, we have our subject matter experts, Dr. Sujata and Vani Gandha. So our cohort has already met. It is their dedication and laborious hard work to, combine all the content all together and to make it ease in delivering. Whenever we are requiring their assistance, they are there to help us out. Then, without our faculty coaches, this entire program would not have been successful. All those coaches that you have met during these entire 10 days of program, may it be Arvind Deshmukh, Dr. Dipali Bhatnagar, Dr. Bhavna Kumar, Dr. R. Latangi, and we have Dr. Pooja Sareen, Dr. Ghazala Yasmin, Dr. Soni Mohit Limba from Jaipur, Dr. Shanti, Dr. Preeti Garg. These are again somewhat our backbone to facilitate the sessions and to upskill our areas where we have been dealing with a two-way learning journey altogether. Coming on to the content support and project management team, most often you have been encountering and seeing these faces with you during these sessions. Tanvi, Geeta, Priyanka, who has been there along with me and Divya to support this entire journey. Now coming on to the program feedback, since after every session, every day, we have been requesting our participants to, share their valuable inputs so that we may understand what areas we need to relook and understand and where we can actually have the scope of improvement. So based on the program feedback that we have gathered, the overall rating of our faculty coaches was 98%. And since in this program, we only consider during the feedback excellent and very good. And based on that, we have achieved 98%. Based on the content relevance, which we consider to be only strongly agree, which is counted during this, you can say, the calculation of the feedback, it comes here as 100%. And then how the participants had felt this entire workshop, whether it was engaging. So for that, we have again attained 100%, along with where there is how much they are carrying with them the learnings from this workshop. So that again goes as 100%. And it is giving us a reflection that yes, even if we have achieved this particular level, there is again further scope for improvement that we look forward for from our side. Here are some of the feedback testimonials that are there on your screen. We are really excited and happy to, go through all your feedbacks and your testimonials, which actually gave us that zeal, instinct to gear up and kept us motivated in this entire workshop. So it is the credit that goes to the participants for actually writing it down, penning it down, and sharing it with, open-minded, and we are ready to receive those feedbacks with full dedication to make our events much, much better. And here comes our journey, which combines of the group photograph as a memory that we would be cherishing. And we have been there for these 10 days, which have, flew like anything. We just I assume that yesterday the workshop had started and today we are at day 10. So this was the entire journey that I have just shared with the cohort. And over to you, Brigadier Sir.
Dr. Shikha, I think a few of participants' photographs were missing. Maybe if they can send it separately, we can add those photographs in if the participants agree. So we can reach out to them.
Yes, we have asked them and they would be sharing. And once it is there, then we would be resharing again in the WhatsApp group and through email.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shikha. I now invite Dr. Nitin Batra, our CEO. I had introduced him, but those who were not there for the inaugural session, for their benefit, I would like to introduce Dr. Nitin, who has about 17 years of experience in leading teams and delivering large-scale organizational change. He has worked as global head of brand innovation at Johnson & Johnson and held senior marketing strategy roles at Pfizer. He has led strategy projects as a consultant in McKinsey. He is a graduate of Indian Institute of Technology at Kanpur in India, and he did his MBA from INSEAD and management certification from Tuck Business School. Over to you, Dr. Nitin.
Thanks, Brigadier Sharma. And I think before I say something, just wanted to hear from our participants. So, Denise, good to see you again. Do you want to just share your impromptu thoughts on how you felt the program has impacted you, and what should be changed or improved?
Well,
even if it's one line of learning, big or small, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, for me, it has indeed been an adventure in the sense of, yes, we are in the leadership level, the management level, but always it is important that every day you are learning new things. And for me, this what motivates me the most is that Actually, like I said earlier during the session, I'm actually on my annual leave, but I have taken this opportunity, and it's a very big plus for me. At the end of this session, I know actually I am resuming work on this coming Tuesday, and already through telecourse, because I am in touch with my staff even if I'm on leave. Like Babita was saying, you are already putting it into application. And there were areas when we did some psychometric test where I thought I have a plus in that area. But when I did conduct the exercise, I found out that there are certain things that I need to improve on, and which I have taken into account. One thing that have intrigued me the most is the empathy, where I thought I was on top of things with that, but the result came out that I need some improvement. So definitely for me, it's going to be a very big plus. And this session has the 10-day session tend to shift my mind. I have a growth mindset. Yes, I don't have a fixed mindset. Because of that growth mindset, I have come to understand that I need to concentrate more on my circle of influence rather than my circle of concern, because focusing on the circle of influence will allow me to go further, think like we are all saying, think the bigger picture, and for sure take my team from good to great. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Very proud. You referred to Babita. Is Babita here? Would you like to jump in?
Hello, everyone. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. It's been a pleasure. These 2 weeks, it's been a pleasure. I was compelled to stay at office to follow the course, where the whole day you have people knocking at the door. I'll just have to give a sign, or I'll have to mute myself, or I'm having urgent files. Yet every day after the session, I would go out. I'll tell my boss what happened today. On Monday, we had the lunch with the boss. So my laptop was in the conference room where we were having the lunch. And I told him we are only going to have 20 minutes for lunch. So 20 minutes top, he started. He asked me, the Indian people are on time?
We're led by an army man. Brigadier R.K. Sharma keeps us on time.
You know, I was going to, every time Shikha was saying, Brigadier Sharma, Brigadier, I said, I wanted to ask, is he from the army?
Brigadier Sharma,
Yes,
you want to jump in?
Somebody from the army.
I spent 35 years in the army.
Oh, so do you remove your gun when they are not working?
Yeah.
Now he fires on us. If we are late, he fires on us.
It's very good, sir.
Rightly so.
If you don't have discipline at work, if you don't have discipline among the staff, we are not going to achieve the goal. I'm also, despite that I love so much, I'm seen as being put like I like to be efficient. Even with my kid, I say that. My husband would always say, perfection doesn't exist. I say the ladder to perfection exists. So we're going to climb the ladder to perfection. Yes, to come to the course, I would say thank you. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to Amity for giving us this opportunity of having such excellent lecturers, such excellent classes, such excellent feedback, such excellent notes, such excellent guidance. In fact, really, I have found something on myself. I am weak at self-management when it concerns myself while doing the test. So I've already set it right that I have to work on that. Give myself more, pay more attention to myself. We have learned so much, and I was happy to share it among the staff here, among my team. I would every day be telling my team, today I use the example of the team for such session and such session. So thank you very much for. It's hectic to follow the course while you online while you're working. Really, it's hectic. Yet I'm happy to be part of the team of the learning team. We never stop learning. I'm going out today from this class, this online class, like grown up in knowledge, in experience, in everything. Thank you very much, and keep the good work on.
Thank you for sharing so candidly and openly. Can I also check, Babita, which you said weakness, but what did you identify as your strength through this program? Did the program help you identify something you were strong at?
Agile and team player.
Got it. One of the things we think about is, and you said your weakness was in which area?
Self-management.
Self-management. Got it. So if you're a team player and you're agile, how can you use those strengths to overcome your weakness on self-management?
Pay more attention to myself.
Got it. And how can others help you? If you're a team player, maybe others can help you manage yourself
do give
better.
me feedback. Maybe I'll have to work on that. Like, pay attention to much more. I tend to see what others are doing, what others are having problem or not. I never see, but I am tired. I am having a problem. I am not happy with this. I should do that now.
Got it.
I should be able to manage my emotion for myself.
Got it. Wonderful. We are on a life journey for that. I'm not an expert at it, frankly, so we are all learning, and it's great that you're recognizing that learning. Amazing.
Thank you.
Who else do we want to hear from? So Babita, you gave us the last input. You have the power to pass on the baton to someone else. Who would you like to invite to share their thoughts?
Cecilia. Where's Cecilia?
Hi. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
She was
as you
on
know,
some
yeah, I'm so honored to be here. I was telling to my team that it was a challenge every day because I'm awake from 11 p.m. to 4 in the morning. Wow. In order to have this course. The first day was such a challenge. For after every day, it was a very good input to be here to share with those kind of speakers, expert coaches, and I really enjoy to be such in a grateful team. I enjoy also all the manual, the handbook that you already did us. It was so grateful. And you know, because of my experience, I am in touch with over 200 companies here in my country. So I have the tools that I need in order to share with them, psychometric, self-awareness, and everything, in order to share to everyone everything that I got from this course. Thank you very much, iTech. Thank you very much, Amity, to have this big opportunity. Thank you very much.
Cecilia, let us know how we can help you in your endeavor to improve the lives of 200 companies. So whichever way we can support. Cecilia, you have the power. Would you like to pass on the baton to someone else?
Again, I'm sorry.
Who would you like to invite to share their thoughts?
Oh, it's I don't know. Maybe I would like to. Let me see. I would like to hear from. I don't know. I'm thinking now. Maybe I would like to hear from Darlene.
Hi, Cecilia. Hi, everyone. Yes,
Hi, darling.
for me, hi, hello, Mr. Nitin. For me, I really enjoyed the course. So it's also I learned a lot, and I'm lucky because the group is very active. I appreciate everyone's inputs and their comments, and I guess we're a very dynamic group. There are different personalities, so everyone is giving feedback on the topics. So almost everyone is participating. Aside from the learnings given by the coaches, they're really good. I also learned from my colleagues here, from the peers, because I think they have they're more experienced in their line of work compared to me, and I think they handle a lot of people compared to me. So it's really a heartwarming. This is really a heartwarming group. And for the what else? For the coaches, they gave different they have different strategies. So it's a good one because they really try to engage. They try to engage us. They really call us for so that we can participate in the discussion. And I'm fortunate also for the opportunity that I was included in this course, because I'm not really expecting that I'd be selected. When we had an interview, we were told that it's only one slot for the country, but fortunately we were given, I think, other slots. So I think there are 3 or 4 from our country, from the Philippines. And what else? So far, thank you for iTech and Amity. I think you're doing a great job in organizing this kind of course. Even though this is online, but it's really conducive in a way. And considering that everyone is at work, it's really hard to learn and to really focus when just what Babita is saying, that someone will knock on the door, someone will give you papers, and there's a telephone call every now and then. But still, we try to manage. Even though there are times that we are silent, since maybe we're multitasking, but we're still here, and we're glad that we're no, that really glad. It's happy and glad that the course is it's happy and sad that the course is ending, because our colleagues here, we won't be seeing them anymore in class. But looking forward, maybe we can still meet each other, and we also have our WhatsApp group, and we hope that we can still get in touch with everyone. So this is also a good opportunity to know someone from other countries. So thank you very much.
Fantastic. No, thank you, Darlene, for sharing your thoughts, and welcome from Philippines. Who would you like to nominate to share their thoughts?
Okay, I think I'll ask, is Yash there? Maybe Yash can share.
Yes. Thank you very much, Darlene. And what I can say is that it was indeed a very enriching experience for us, a very enriching learning experience. Perhaps 2 issues that I will put forward is, firstly, one area where perhaps there should be more stress on is, I think, is a conflict handling, because I think we go over it very quickly, and it is something very essential in the workplace, because most of the time we are there to handle conflict. So perhaps more emphasis on a conflict handling. Let me here say that without any aspersion to the professional abilities and capabilities, I think all the resource persons, they were very, very good at what they were explaining to us. They were indeed very excellent, but perhaps this is one area where we can, or there is room for improvement. But also, I will, what we can do more is perhaps on the case scenario, that is a case study, because that one was very, very excellent, and perhaps it gives us another perspective of looking at things. Because I've been watching Indian movies very often. I would say almost every day I watch Indian movies, but then I haven't learned the lesson behind it. But now that I've seen the before, I have not seen Chak De India. It was the first time that I saw it in our case scenario, but it was indeed very, very interesting, and it was for us something that can impact on us to be change makers in our organization. So this is my input for the Validate Forum.
That's great. That's great, Yash. Conflict handling. So, Vani, do you want to jump in here, perhaps, on how we can address that issue?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Yash. Thank you for sharing that input. That is definitely going to make us better for the next course. So, and that shows that how we are together in this learning journey. So thank you for that. Of course, yes, you are right that conflict handling was touched upon in a very less time. If I would say we devoted a less time, but our idea was through this movie or through this movie case study to show what kind of conflict we have interpersonal when the team is not aligned together. So that was the part that I thought we thought that we would portray. But yes, point well taken. In next session, if we go ahead with this particular course, we would include conflict management, the various techniques to handle conflict, interpersonal, intra-department, or maybe inter-organizations as well. So thank you for that feedback. Well taken.
Thanks.
Why don't we arrange a 1.5 hour, 2 hour session in January for our participants on conflict?
Sure.
Maybe you can take a poll on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And we can arrange a quick session just on that.
Sure, we can do so, Dr. Nitin. We can definitely.
Cecilia is in agreement as well. In addition to
Cecilia, if I had to give the most hardworking,
she'll have to wake up at 11 o'clock. Hopefully, maybe we can adjust the time so it's not too late.
Yeah. Darling says that Darling on chat has written that I just want to add, I can't wait to share and apply what I learned in our workplace. I will also take the opportunity to improve myself with the results of the psychometric test. Thank you, Darling. Thanks a lot.
Yash, who would you like to nominate as our next feedback giver?
Perhaps Farsad. Farsad, are you on?
Maybe someone else. Farsad, we'll just give him a moment, or her moment. My apologies. Give them a moment.
I've received a message from Bhisham sir that he wants to share his feedback.
Yeah, absolutely. Yash, is that okay? You have the power. Are you handing over the?
No problem. Yeah, thanks.
Right. Okay.
Bhisham from Mauritius.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon,
everyone from Mauritius.
Very good afternoon.
Yes. So it was very enriching, and I was amazed by the level of the course itself, which was based on evidence, the test itself. So the research being done by Amity, I wish to thank all the resource persons, because right now we are in the process of setting up a research and policy unit at the level of our ministry, because without research, it will be difficult to bring innovation and to have results. And also, I myself, I had applied for a doctorate course. Now I'm changing my mind, thanks to the input I've obtained from this course. Definitely, I wish to have research on this team building, and most probably I will contact Amity for that course. And also, I would like to have at the level of the ministry, I will talk to my minister and the PERMSEC, permanent secretary, if we can have a collaboration with Amity for the setting up that research unit, because I'm at the Ministry of Social Security, and the aging population is a big issue, not only for Mauritius, but is a worldwide issue. 30% of our population above 60 years old. So we need very concrete policy decisions, which eventually should be based on research. And the quality of research I have seen during these 10 days being done at the level of Amity, I'm amazed. So thank you all. I'm sorry I could not participate fully. I had a cough. So, and I'm on leave, and the laptop could not have, I had a problem with camera. So sorry for that. I would have very much appreciated to participate fully. And I'm looking forward, because I used to travel to India, and I will be meeting you people over there. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. As far as your camera goes, we completely understand. Although I was keeping my fingers crossed that I'll be able to see the background, because Mauritius is a beautiful, beautiful country. Next time, maybe on WhatsApp, we can see some of the photographs. I think as far as collaboration on research goes, we are definitely with you to fulfill your vision. So. Priyanka, maybe as a follow-up, we can get in touch with Bisham and just understand what kind of research would you like to do, and maybe we will involve Amity Mauritius. Bisham, are you familiar with Amity Mauritius?
I have heard about that, sir. Yeah, we have a campus in Eben, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know the exact location. Frankly, I haven't had the good fortune to visit it.
I heard about it. My sister did her BSc, I don't know which BSc, but from Amity, online course through the Open University of Mauritius, I think.
Understood. So we'll be in touch, and all of Amity Universe is there to support you in your objectives. So we'll follow up. That's great.
Thank you.
Our interest, research, helping organizations. So wherever we can help or support our participants, please let us know. And if that's the area that you're interested in, Bisham, we can talk about it more and get the right faculty to also connect with you.
So I wanted to ask, all your courses are through ITEC itself?
So we do run, I think Brigadier Sharma is running 11 programs with the Ministry of External Affairs and ITEC. That is one area, but we also work with governments, with companies separately to run specific programs for them. Does that answer your question, Babita? Is that what you had in mind? Yeah. Okay, and both online and offline. So in Singapore, in the US, Mauritius is interesting. we haven't thought about it so far, but with Bisham's idea, maybe
you can partner with one of the local university here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way to go. So, collaborate and work together, and then, pool in both faculty and research. So we haven't done that. We've done that at a university level where we have 180 partnerships around undergrad, postgrad. So, for example, our scholars will end up going to France to study, or in Indonesia, for example, to study, or we will get in students from there. From a training and development perspective, it's a great idea. We should do it.
That exchange.
Yeah. So if you have any recommendation for us, please let us know.
I think you should send something through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs here, through the embassy. Then they will channel it up to the Ministry of Education and all.
No, wonderful. We'll get your guidance on that. Bisham, anyone else you want to hear from? I know now Yash has made sure that we are meeting once again, so it is not going to be goodbye. But anyone else you want to hear from Bisham right now? No, we have a raised hand as well.
Okay. Is it Farsad who raised hand?
Yes.
Hello.
I don't know who
Hello.
raised their hand. I can't see on the system. Yep, go ahead.
Yes, they want in person. Yeah.
It's not me. It's not me raised hand, but I'm going to speak.
Yes, Dave is there.
Sorry for not being here before, because I was today's in Friday and I was in praying time.
Of course.
First of all, I want to thank the ITEC program for the fruitful opportunity, and thanks a lot for the Amity University, including the professors, and also to my colleagues that we have been together with this previous 12 days. So it was amazing course. And beside all of that, I think that the leader, the one who considers himself as a leader, should inspire, should be a listener, and we also been taught that to sit beside the team members, to motivate them, to respect them, to value their ability, and to regard, to consider them that they are part of each successful step that happens in organization. And one point, I think that we should always not consider that those who are on the top level, they know everything, with my respect. So there are always members in down level. They are very expert, they are very intelligent, but they don't have opportunity to promote. So that's why always we should consider all the team members that around us value their own capacities, their own views, their own opinions. Sorry, reflection is happening, so I don't know. Also, I ask for apologize that during the session, because of daytime workers, I was not able to perfectly to
Shikha, do you want to jump in here, because there is a voice in the background? Do you want to jump in here to just make sure that we are hearing clearly? Go ahead, Shikha.
Whose sound is coming from? I don't know. It's not from my side.
I think someone needs to be muted.
Mariam, would you?
Yeah.
Priyanka, can you text Mariam? Yeah, thanks.
Already done.
Okay, hello. This is Mariam.
Hi, Mariam. We're just hearing from Farsad. So, Farsad, have I pronounced that name right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes. Yeah, it's right. It's right.
Great. So, Mariam, if you can put yourself on mute at the moment, and then we'll just get back. We'd love to hear from you. Go ahead, Farsad.
So also, I hope that to be involved more in discussion on the time, because of having no time, and you know that when you are at work, I personally have busy time at work, should always be in contact with the teams, and also calling for comes from outside with the representations abroad, so maybe not be able to be fully involved in discussions, but I was through my headphone, I could engage with the daily lectures. So overall, it was amazing. It was amazing lectures, amazing and fruitful information that I got, and I have also printed out everything that presented. I get you sure that I will apply on my daily work what I have learned, because it's something that you know that a leader, I think that should be like a socialist, a psychologist, should be familiar with those kind of things, and it's important for a leader. Thank you all. Thank you for everything. Thanks for this dedicated time you provide us.
Thank you for that for that feedback and for being with us in spite of your other going-ons. Miriam, would you like to jump in here and share your thoughts? If I have Farsad's permission, that is.
Hello.
Hi,
I think connection is. I think the connection is not good. It is.
So I'm sorry for disturbing you. I didn't pay attention to the mic. It was open, so.
Not a problem. Not a problem. This is online. If you hear
That's
a
okay.
2-year-old running
It's
about,
okay.
that'll be my son. You know, so this is the world we
Okay.
live in. Not a problem. Go ahead.
Let me first. So I think I'm very thankful to your country and mine for these opportunities it make. Thank you, India, and thank you, Amity University. Thank you, ITIC programs for such kind of chances they gave us to improve. It was a very interesting training. It helps a lot, especially in our professional lives, and I want to thank. I have a special thank for you for the all coaches and professors. It was such a lovely journey with you all. You were very supportive. You were professional. You were helpful. Thank you a lot. And another thank for the participants. I've learned a lot from you. You have more experience than me, so it was very fruitful to learn from you, from your comments, your participations, and the discussions we had before. It was fruitful. It was funny. It was professional. It has a lot of meanings. So I'm speechless. I find no words to express this. I'm very thankful, and I'm very happy, very glad, very, very happy to be a part of this. For sure, I will try another trainings with you, and I hope one day I will meet you all, the participants and professors. Thank you so much, and you are welcome if you come to Morocco. You are very welcome. I'm in Agadir. It's a city in the south of Morocco, so you're must welcome, all of you.
That is a dangerous invitation, Mariam, because Morocco is such a beautiful country. You might have all of us there very, very soon.
Thank you. You're welcome. It's not. I'm not saying that's just for saying it, but I mean it. You're most welcome if you come here.
Thank you. Thank you for opening up your heart as well.
One point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's not miss the opportunity to congratulate Mariam for the achievement they got in World Cup.
Yes.
Play. So they got they reached a very good step in World Cup Qatar 2022.
What is the achievement? What is the
World
achievement?
Cup football.
World Cup. Yes, of course.
This is one of the memories I will never forget. It was during the training, and we during the training we have qualified to the quarterfinals and then the semifinals. So it was a nice coincidence with the training. I will never forget this. Thank you all for supporting us.
What an inspiration. And you know, the background of that on the topic of team good to great. Maybe in the next program, we should play the documentary on the Morocco football team.
Thank you.
That'll be amazing. Thank you for recognizing that, Farsad. That's also a sign, huh? I mean, making sure there's humor, there is human connection in a team meeting. So I think what Farsad demonstrated is something small but something big at the same time. Who would like to share next their thoughts? No pressure. Share if you wish. Mariam, you want to hear from someone in particular?
I want to hear from Audrey. I think Audrey.
Good afternoon, all.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My camera is not working, so you will not see my face. Yeah, I want also. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So my camera is not working, but I will speak. I want to appreciate so much the interaction we have had in this session. I've really enjoyed everything. And I think what I will have taken away from this, Nene, is developing feedback culture in our organizations. I've learned that there are various forms of giving feedback at different situations. And I think that one, it has really helped me, and I will put it in practice. And I will also share with my colleagues and my team members so that we are able to grow our organization. Another thing is that I want to appreciate all the presenters. You are very good in presentation. We have really learned a lot, and I think I was asking if it is possible next time you can invite us over, we can come so that we can get more interaction with your country. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Yeah.
More than pleasure, Audrey. And Brigadier Sharma will update on, if you could update on the difference between eITech and iTech, and where can Audrey and the rest of our participants can search for iTech, which is the physical course. Brigadier Sharma, do you want to just update for 2 minutes?
There are both iTech courses, which are residential courses in India, and there are eITech courses, which the one like we're attending. So you can opt for the course of your choice. It was only during the pandemic that only iTech courses were offered, but now all courses are being offered. So you can search the website by institution or by topic and apply for the course that you like. So
thank you so
that's
much.
the way to do it. Now, I think during the next year, there will be more residential courses in India besides the eITech courses, but next year. That is starting from April 23. Okay.
If I mention one point, today in the morning, I told the colleagues, last week, I met the Consul General of India in Erbil. So they mentioned that each person can take 2 courses, have the opportunity to take 2 courses. One is online, one is offline. So if somebody got one online course, doesn't have opportunity to take one more.
That's very good. You must all immediately got more courses coming up in the next 3 months. We've got 5 courses coming up in the next 3 months. See the website.
Yeah, we hope so.
We got courses on leadership in the digital era. We got courses on the art of communications. We got courses on digitally connected supply chains, which is in India. We got an executive program coming up on business administration, which is online. And we got a program on cybersecurity which is being held in India. So if there are vacancies are still there, it's the right time to apply immediately.
Good. Great.
Great. Yeah, and we can send this information on your WhatsApp group as well. Other than that, we globally as well. So that was about iTech, but about Amity, we just talked about the campus in Mauritius. We have a campus in Singapore. We have universities here, Dubai as well. Any of us want to pursue a postgraduate PhD is interested, please be in touch with us. You have our contacts through Priyanka and Brigadier Sharma. Just let us know, and we will be there to support you. All right, Erla, I see you on video. Do you want to jump in and have the final word?
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon. It's not good afternoon in India. It's good evening in the Philippines. Good evening.
Very good evening.
Yes, I would like to share my experience in this training. I'm grateful and honored to be part of the 4 of us from the Philippines, to be part of the team from the Philippines. And this training was a fresh and enriching experience for me, considering that I think I am the new team leader in the group for a span of 1 year. I'm just leading my group for a 1 year. 1 year now, so I'm a newly designated leader. So I think it is the right tool for me to level up on my managing skills with my team. So I think I got a jackpot in this. So I have with me the right tool to bring in and to share with my team. So it was also a fruitful learning experience, not only from those experts that we have in all the sessions, but also from my colleagues who are also seasoned in their fields, who were already years as leaders. It was I gained 2 from the expert and from my colleagues. So it was an advantage for me. I gained more, that is. And I'm taking a lot of tools with me that I will be sharing with my team. That's why I'd like to thank Amity University and the iTech group. Thank you. Thank you for all those sharing experiences and those theories and principles that you have shared with me. As a new team in charge, I'm sure I'll be using all those things that you have shared in this training. Thank you very much.
That's amazing, Erla. Welcome. And I think, Brigadier Sharma, just an idea here, we should propose a course to iTech on first-time managers. Those of us that become managers the first time. So how do you manage a team? How do you manage high performers, low performers, handle difficult conversations, give feedback, receive feedback? So a lot of that was covered here, but I think we can have a more comprehensive program for first-time managers.
Right.
Erla, if that makes sense. If you disagree, let me know.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Got it. All right. Okay. So please interrupt me, jump in if you have thoughts to share. I just didn't want to put you in a spot in having to share something. So this time is still yours. Jump in anytime you wish. It leaves me to say that your words were more valuable than anything that I'm going to say next. So it was important for me to hear exactly what you're saying. What you're thinking about the program. I'm glad this is not a goodbye. We'll meet again for conflict. For those of us that are interested, we'll do a quick poll and understand that. I think when you think about, I was struck by one of the thoughts here, which is leadership can come at every level, right? So when I did a project with Starbucks, there was leadership coming in from the baristas to help Indian Starbucks transform. And I think that's the key. So when are you a leader? Whenever you choose to be. So choose to be a leader starting now. Allow your impact in whichever sphere of life you're in to be such that others thrive with you, others fulfill their potential with you. It could be a conversation, it could be the fact that you're leading them, it could be the fact that you're reporting to them, that they are your boss. You can help anyone and everyone thrive. And I'm also going to recognize Bobita's point here that ultimately you can't achieve that unless you're thriving yourself. So be sensitive, take care of yourselves, love yourself, and figure out what you need and what you need to thrive. That's really the starting point. Don't be so hard on your weaknesses. In fact, recognize them, but shrug your shoulders and say everyone has weaknesses. What are my strengths now? And use those strengths to address your weakness. There is a tool that's available for free online called the CAP Strength Finder that just allows you to discover some of the strengths that you have, that you know, some of the strengths that you have that you don't know about, some of the weaknesses that you have that you know, some weakness that you have which is unknown. There is a paid version which is more elaborate, but feel free to just use the free version. That'll give you enough input into yourself, and we'll include that in one of our future versions of the course as well. You have everything going for you. You just have to choose to be a leader. So make that choice today. Thank you for the chance to serve you and for joining us as part of this program. It was a pleasure. Vani, Priyanka, Dr. Shikha, do you want to jump in and say your 2 cents? Do we have Dr. Sujata as well here? I didn't see her in the participant list. I don't know if she's there.
No,
okay.
no, she is not there.
Okay.
She's not there. She has a meeting, so she wanted to be, but she is not there. I think I mean the participants and Dr. Nitin, you have covered most of the ground, but I would just like to share that I think this group itself was such that they had this power to extract the maximum from us in a very good way. They wanted to learn. Right in the night at 11, somebody learning, making that effort till 4 in the morning was enough of inspiration for us to deliver what we could do from our side. Of course, there is always a room for improvement. As many of you have pointed out, we have taken very positively. The only thing that I would like to suggest is let's be connected. As a group, I find this as a very happy, quite energetic, and a cohort which really wants to be better in whatever they do. And it would be an honor for us to be with you all, so that you inspire us to be. You act as an inspiration for us to be better versions of ourselves in whatever we do. So thank you for my side. I hand over it to my team to take it forward. Priyanka, Tanvi, Shikha, Dr. Shikha, anybody who would like to jump in. Thank you.
Thank you, Vani, and thank you, Dr. Nitin. If I would like to really share my experience, it has been really wonderful interacting with each one of them. And the way the cohort has, come up with good innovative ideas during the entire discussion, it has been, a new experience each day where even we get a food for thought that what improvements we can make and how we can, implement those things at our workplace. Because very often when Babita used to discuss, and prior to this valedictory session also when the cohort was discussing, it was really wonderful to hear how the things
have been initiated at their workstations immediately post these sessions. And they left no stone unturned where they can extract maximum from this workshop. And you know, one very interesting humorous incident, I would say, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, when Babita was in the flow of that Chak De India movie, and she started, you know, narrating the entire statement in Hindi, and then she realized, oh, Shika, let's come up with, you know, English version so that everybody is saying aligned and they are able to understand what I'm saying. So, you know, these small incidents had really made our journey exciting. So we are there with you for upcoming programs as well, as Dr. Nitin and Brigadier Sir and Vani has already stated. Let's stay connected, be in touch. So in fact, I would say it's not the end of the journey, but in fact, it's the start of the journey in long run with MET. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us.
Shika,
Yeah.
thank you. You know what? I've been nominated for an ITEC course to be in January, starting 9th of January at IMI by ITEC. I'm awaiting a reply. If ever the reply is positive and that I'm in India in January, then I'll fly to Noida to meet you guys on one weekend.
We look forward for that.
Then I'll fly from IMI to Amity to meet you one weekend and back to my school, to my classes.
Perfect.
I joined you. I joined too, Babita. Such a nice team. Thank you very much to everyone. Everything was so beautiful.
We are so connected, isn't it? We are so connected. Yes.
Give us a chance to host you. We would treasure that.
I also want one point, please, Doctor. I want to highly appreciate the cooperation of Ms. Tanvi within the sessions. So she was very helpful. She was very cooperative.
Yes, that's true.
That's wonderful. Thank you for that. Priyanka, final word, and then Brigadier Sharma, you know, over to you. Go ahead, Priyanka.
Yeah, so I would like to thank, first of all, I would like to thank each and every participant, you know, for giving the best of themselves in the program, and how they're connected, how curious they are for each and every question, you know, which is coming up. So in fact, they've helped us becoming the better version of ourselves. And yes, as Shikha said, it's not the end. We would stay connected, and we welcome everybody, you know, to come, and we'd love to host everybody here.
Great. Tanvi?
Thank you.
Thank you, Nitin sir. You will have to mute, yeah. Sir, I have had a chance to interact with all of them every day, and I would say not just a chance, it's a privilege, because this is such a set of participants. I mean, they used to infuse a set of positive energy as soon as I logged in. I saw smiling faces every day from the starting of the day towards the end. And I have been telling everyone, I have been, telling them as well that this is so motivating for us and for the coaches. I mean, every coach, that was coming in, I told them that, I think you have to just focus on how you will complete the content, because these participants are going to ask a lot of questions. So you just be ready for that. And I mean, I was telling them in the morning also that this is the ideal set of participants for us, and it's a privilege for us to host them online. And I have told them that I mean, it would be again a privilege if they can join us next year for one of the offline programs, and I would love to meet them in person. So thank you everyone for being a part of this.
Thank you, Tanvi. Thank you for being
Well
such
said.
a good host.
Tanvi.
Well said. Dr. Shikha, back to you to wrap up. I know it's late for some of our participants. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Nitin. And since we are approaching towards the culmination of our today's day 10, last day of this entire learning journey. So over to you, Tanvi, to share the vote of thanks with all of us.
May I request Priyanka to just show us the certificates that she is going to send to all
I'm
the
so sorry. Yes, thank you, Brigadier Sir, for interrupting and making me correct over here. Thank you so much.
So these are the certificates which will be sent to everybody online, and you can take a print out on a good paper and frame it and keep it in your office. It'd be a good idea, a good memory to have around you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm so excited about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So these certificates are for everybody. They will be sent to everybody very soon. And now I request Tanvi to for a vote of thanks before we close.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So participants, I would like to take this opportunity. First of all, good afternoon, good evening to all of us present. I would like to take this opportunity to propose a formal vote of thanks to everyone. I feel privileged to thank all the dignitaries who have helped us successfully conduct 10 days of virtual iTech program on the topic of taking your team from good to great, essentials of a high performing team. I, on behalf of Amity Institute of Training and Development, convey deep regards and hearty thanks to our Honorable Founder, President Dr. Ashok Chauhan, whose blessings and encouragement have always motivated us to achieve new milestones. We would like to extend our thanks to MEA iTech for helping us collaborate with participants across countries, including Kenya, Iraq, Guatemala, Maldives, Morocco, Seychelles, Mauritius, Philippines, Bahrain, Tanzania, Zambia, and South Sudan. Workshops like these cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago, and it requires planning and bird's eye view for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by our mentor, Dr. Nitin Batra, CEO of Amity Institute of Training and Development, who has always stood by his team in all spheres as a driving force to achieve new heights and grand success. Our sincere thanks to Brigadier R.K. Sharma, Director, Amity Institute of Training and Development, for his constant support and guidance in shaping the entire program. I would also like to thank Dr. R. Sujata and Ms. Vani Gandha for being the subject matter experts in designing the entire content flow, as well as bringing out the synergy out on the virtual screen in different sessions. Thanks to all the participants and coaches who have made this program a tremendous knowledge-filled and interactive journey. I would also like to thank our project managers, Priyanka and Geeta, who have been working tirelessly in the background to make this journey seamless. I would like to thank my fellow team members, Divya and Shikha, for helping us in content development for this program as well as implementation. Last but not the least, thank you to Maqsood from the IT team for all your constant efforts to run this virtual program smoothly. Thank you once again to all and one present here. We hope to keep the collaborations alive in more such iTech programs in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Maqsood, as well. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of the day. All the very best. Catch you in January.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Cecilia,
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Cecilia. Now you can sleep well.
Bye-bye.
Bang.
First, I would like to see you. I would like to be here. Be here. I hope I can join. I can join you, Babita. We can join in India. Okay. Let's see you in India. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Okay. Goodbye to everyone. Thank you very much for everything. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Lovely.